The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It wasn't easy, but a win is a win. The Jets had their first win of the season. Bring on the New England Patriots on Thursday night. It's the Jake Asman postgame show, and it starts right now.
Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
That wasn't a good win. That was a great win.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Click subscribe, click like. We talk Jets every day on this channel, including after every Jet win. The first of what I hope and what I think will be many wins for our team this year. In dramatic style, dramatic fashion, the Jets go into Tennessee and they find a way to pull out a 24-17 victory. We will take your calls on the Gusbuster hotline. I will read your super chats. But first, why don't we celebrate a Jet win? If you go to jakeasman.com right now and use promo code JETSWIN, all the merch for 24 hours is 15% off. So right now, promo code JETSWIN at jakeasman.com, and you can get yourself a discount on all the items in our store. I want to thank everyone who made it out the T-Squared Social this afternoon. It was an awesome watch party. Monday night was great, but the Jets didn't win. So today they had to win. Otherwise, people would be talking about a T-Squared Social curse. We can't have any of that. We're going to have more watch parties in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, this was me and the rest of the crowd reacting to the final play of the game. 4th and goal, Titans with the ball. Will Levis dropping back. What a day. What a day. I got so many funny videos we'll throw into the show throughout the next couple of days here as we get set for Jets Patriots on Thursday. Before we talk about that, though, let's talk about some of the key takeaways from this game. And I'll start with the positive because obviously the Jets are incapable of having a big win without losing a significant player for the season. The latest being one of my favorites, your favorites, Jermaine Johnson. So we'll talk about that because obviously you can't cover this game without mentioning that. But as far as this win today, let's start with Aaron Rodgers because that's what quarterback play is supposed to look like, folks. If the Jets did not have Aaron Rodgers, if they had any of the cast of characters at that position over the last 15 years, minus probably, 2015 Fitzpatrick, they lose the game today. They lose. The two biggest throws of the day came on the Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson conversion on 3rd and 1. Followed up 2 plays later by the 2nd and 16, 19-yard completion to Mike Williams, his only target of the game. That was quarterbacking. When you needed your guy to step up and make a play, Aaron Rodgers did that and then some. He was excellent on the game-winning drive. Excellent. Go back and watch the drive. I'm sure we'll do a film breakdown on it before the Pats game on Thursday. Sensational quarterback play. And then it's culminated by a touchdown by Braylon Allen, who today became the youngest player in NFL history to score a touchdown. and he scored 2 of them. I know nobody wants to give Nathaniel Hackett any credit. I'll be the guy in the media or on YouTube to give him credit for using Braylon Allen properly today, using him on the field at the same time as Breece Hall. We asked for it after Monday, and he did it. So no one wants to give Hackett credit. I get it. I think he deserves some credit for that. The Jets got better as the game went on. Rodgers got better as the game went on. And the final numbers aren't going to stand out. 18 to 30, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns. But here's the difference. Will Levis turned the ball over twice. Aaron Rodgers did not. Sometimes in the NFL, winning is just not losing. What I mean by that is sometimes if you don't lose the game, you allow the other team to lose the game, you can win the game. I feel like the Patriots with Brady and Belichick did that better than any team ever. And that's kind of what the Jets had to do today. They gutted it out. Defense, after looking a little shaky early, they responded the way you want them to respond, closing out this game. Remember, you lose DJ Reed before the game starts. You lose CJ Mosley in the first quarter. You lose your best defensive end in Jermaine Johnson. Not easy without 3 of your best players to close out the game the way they did. And they held Will Levis and the Titans to just 7 points in the second half. That's not nothing. And the one touchdown they scored, I don't know if it was Clark or Adams, but Ridley caught that pass between Sauce and whoever the safety was. And there's nothing you could do on that. That was just luck. Great play by Ridley. Tip your cap. That was it. That was all the scoring for Tennessee. And it was so important for the Jets to not settle for a field goal after the game was tied at 17 and they could have been up 20-17. It was so important to go down the field and score a touchdown because between the 20s, unless your quarterback is Zach Wilson or Tim Boyle, most teams can move the ball. The best teams are the ones who keep you out of the end zone. And that's what the Jets did. And McDonald was phenomenal with the sack at the end there. 3 sacks on the night or on the day. Just a tremendous, tremendous performance by him. That's the Will McDonald the Jets thought they were getting when they used the 15th pick in the draft on him 2 years ago. That's what you need to see more of. And obviously, we'll talk about Jermaine Johnson and Hassan Reddick, but this team needs Will McDonald now more than ever to resemble the player that we saw today. But the combination of the Jets actually scoring a touchdown, so instead of being tied or up only 3, I should say, 20-17, but being up 24-17 makes all the difference. Make Will Levis have to drive the field. And to his credit, he almost did. Made a couple plays with his legs that will scar us had they lost this game. 13-play drive, 4 minutes off the clock, and they got the stop when it mattered. But I go back to the drive with the Jets late in the fourth, getting the ball with 8:41 to go, and methodically moving down the field for 7 plays, culminating with the Braylon Allen rush. That's quarterbacking by Rodgers. The throw he made to Garrett Wilson on 3rd and 1 against L'Jarius Sneed, oh, by the way, in coverage, and then 2 plays later to come back and hit Mike Williams, who will be more involved with this offense as we go along, because you saw the value there, right? How often do we talk about just throw it up and let Mike Williams make a play? Well, Rodgers knows to do that, and he did it. That's quarterbacking. And as people have pointed out, perhaps the best decision or the best play Aaron Rodgers actually made today, he didn't throw the ball. This is Emmanuel Acho, former NFL player, on his Twitter account, breaking down the Braylon Allen touchdown. And look what Rodgers did at the line of scrimmage. This is why I say you have a quarterback, Jet fans. This is why I've used the term, that's quarterbacking, because that's something that the Jets have not had since what? Pennington? When was the last time they had a quarterback this smart? Watch your screen.
This is why you acquire Aaron Rodgers. You're not just acquiring his body, you're acquiring his mind. Identify this, down safety. They're going to run away from the down safety. Watch Aaron Rodgers change the play call. He's going to alert. Touches his helmet. Everybody touches the helmet. Re-identify Mike. Running away from the down safety. Got to have it. 17-17, 4:30 left. Aaron Rodgers changes the play call. Stretch away. Braylon Allen. Tutty. You don't just pay for Rodgers' arm. You pay for his mind.
He's got a hell of a mind. And I'll tell you what. This defense, even without Jermaine now, with Reddick still in the air, this defense is still loaded with talent. And you're going to hold a lot of teams to 20 points or less. And what's the stat with Aaron Rodgers we gave at nauseum before the year? 81-10 when his defense allows less than 20. Now, 2-0 is a Jet, technically, when the defense allows less than 20. 1-0 this year, which is the only year that matters now. And Rodgers is only going to get better. I thought the O-line today at times looked really good. You know, there's some procedural stuff they got to clean up. Rodgers said he screwed up the clock when he called a timeout, and Breece Hall came over to him and said, hey, throw a go ball if I'm matched up on a linebacker. And that's exactly what they did. Breece being utilized properly this year has been awesome. He was their leading receiver today. You know, Garrett Wilson had a tough matchup. Who was going to step up? It was Breece. It was Braylon Allen. I was encouraged so much by what we saw from the offense. Here's a stat that will blow your mind. Or maybe not if you're a sick Jet fan like I am. You know, the Jets scored 3 touchdowns on offense in the game twice all last year. They've scored 3 touchdowns in each of these first 2 games. If you don't see the vision here for where this offense is going, well, hop on fast because you're going to miss the ride. This team's going to be good offensively if Aaron's healthy. Too many good players. Aaron's mind still works. His arm still works. He's going to get more comfortable in the pocket as they go. It was important for him to take some hits today and get right up. You know, I'm really encouraged. The Titans have a good defense. They have some good players. I think there were some Jet fans who were a little disrespectful with just assuming the Jets were going to go in there and win. It's never easy. All right, the Ravens are 0-2 right now. The Bengals are 0-2 right now. All right, we watched the 49ers, the world greatest team ever, right? They just lost to the Vikings and Sam Darnold today and put up only 17 points. It is a week-to-week league. The first 4 weeks of the year, you know, it's basically preseason for a lot of teams. And I said this on ESPN New York tonight, and I want to thank all the Asmaniacs who called in tonight. So many of you actually called the radio show tonight, which was awesome. That's why this show's starting late, by the way. Normally, we're live after every game as quickly as we can. We're starting late because I was on ESPN New York after the watch party today at T-Squared. But I said this on the radio, and I'll say it now here on YouTube. The big takeaway from the first 4 games of every NFL team season is don't bury yourself. You can't win the Super Bowl in September. You can't make the playoffs in September. But you could lose the Super Bowl. You could miss the playoffs in September. Don't bury yourself. The wins all count, even if they're ugly at times. And the Raiders went into Baltimore today and beat the Ravens. They're 0-2. I mean, how about what the Saints just did to the Cowboys today? You go up and down the league. I mean, you see the score of the Cardinal game, destroying the Rams. Lions lose to the Bucks today. If you're the Jets, you take the win. You move on. You don't apologize. There's things to clean up, but if you don't see the positives here, I don't know what to tell you. So many players I want to shout out too, right? Especially on defense. I thought Quincy Williams might have been the best defensive player on the field today for the Jets. He was phenomenal. And Jamie and Sherwood, I told you all he can play. And we might need him now more than ever if C.J. Mosley on a short week dealing with this toe injury is not ready for Thursday night. And they played with a lot of speed without Mosley in there. It was encouraging. Tony Adams, I thought, was really good today. Obviously, I already highlighted Will McDonald. I mean, man. But people will talk about the defense, this and that, and I get it. You're playing Will Levis, but you know what? The defense clamped down when they had to. Only allowed 7 points in the second half on kind of a fluky, tough luck touchdown. Without Reed, without Mosley, without Jermaine, that's gutty by the Jets. McDonald stepping up, that's awesome. I mean, to put it in perspective, the last time the Jets won a game outside of MetLife when they were favored by more than a field goal was 2010. All right? It was a little sloppy in the first half. Only down 3. You know what good teams do? They respond the way the Jets did to start the third quarter. 5 plays, 70 yards, touchdown. How sick was that throw from Rodgers to Breece? Sick. So, not the prettiest game, but you're 1-1. Handle business, and let's beat the living you-know-what out of the Patriots on Thursday. I said it on radio. I'll say it again. I'll say it all week. There is no amount of points the New York Jets can score that will satisfy me and any true Jet fan on Thursday. Objective 1, win the game. Objective 2, bully the living you-know-what out of them. Dominate. This crowd is going to be insane on Thursday. I don't know if anything will top what we experienced on Monday night for those who were there last year, but this is going to be something on Thursday. And they had to win today to set that up. And they got it done. So ugly at times, scary at times, certainly stressful at times. But at the end of the day, the Jets got a win, the first true win of the Aaron Rodgers era here. And now you handle your business 4 days from now. We go from there. Give yourself 10 days to get ready for Bo Nix and the Broncos, who stink. Now let's get to the Jermaine Johnson situation and Reddick before we get to super chats and calls tonight. So for those who don't know by now, not confirmed just yet, but it is likely a torn Achilles for Jermaine, which would end his season. Just brutal. Just from a human standpoint, Jermaine Johnson's an awesome dude. You want to root for a guy like that. He was having a really good game today, too. It sucks. And it just seems like every time the Jets have a big win, they lose a great player. This has happened now, 3 years running. You go back to the win in Denver where they lost Brees and AVT. You go back last year to the win in Denver, they lose AVT again. I don't need to remind everyone what happened on the Jets' fourth play of the season last year, so I won't even bring it up. But this is like a trend now. They can't win a game without losing someone to a catastrophic injury, and it sucks. That said, great to see McDonald do what he did, but they don't have enough right now. Let's be blunt about it. Can they beat New England without Hassan Reddick on Thursday? Yeah, they should. Jets opened as a 7-point favorite, by the way. When was the last time the Jets were a 7-point favorite in a game? That makes me nervous. I probably would take the Patriots with the points right now. Even though I want murder on Thursday, I want a bloodbath. I don't know if I could lay 7 with the Jets right now. It's the Jets. But the point is, you can win Thursday without Hassan Reddick. But I need Hassan Reddick signed by the Denver game now. All right? I don't care what it takes. Joe Douglas, Torrey Dandy, the agent, work it out. There has to be some sort of sensible solution here to get Reddick signed. Because, sure, you're winning the negotiation, and Hassan Reddick looks like a moron for costing himself already over $8 million, according to Adam Schefter. But you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. You need this guy. All right? You do not have enough pass rush without Jermaine Johnson a part of it. You don't. And now, could the Jets blitz more? Right? I'd like to see Quincy Williams and Jamie and Sherwood blitz. Fast as hell those guys are. But you need more pass rush. McDonald's not having 3 sacks every game. And now he's going to go up against better players going forward because he's going to be more of a focal point. So they have to work something out with Hassan Reddick. Have to. You know, there's ego that needs to be checked at the door for both sides. Figure out some sort of solution and get something done because this guy is a game wrecker. He's a phenomenal player. And if you can get him signed now, even if he doesn't play Thursday, you're still giving him now a 10-day ramp up before the next game after Thursday. We could give Reddick 2 weeks. Get him signed tonight. If I'm Douglas, I'm on the phone with Torrey Dandy's agent tonight. I'm getting this done. It has gone on for too long. I'm not saying you give him a blank check. I'm not saying you cave. But I am saying that there's got to be some sort of common sense solution here to get a deal done. Because this team is too good around Aaron Rodgers to waste this opportunity. And if you don't think this Jet offense is only going to get better, you haven't been paying attention. And this defense today, without 3 of their best players, gutted it out and closed it out on the road, only allowed 7 points in the half. That's the Jet defense we're accustomed to seeing. But if you want to beat Mahomes, not only do you have to beat Mahomes, you got to beat the refs as well. You need Hassan Reddick to do that. All right, you want to go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league, you need this defense to remain elite. But man, was this stressful. No doubt about that. But I think the Jets got to soften their stance on this. Oh, Hassan Reddick, we won't negotiate with him unless he's in the building. How about we do this? We work out the terms of the contract. Then he shows up, he signs it, and the Jets could say, well, he didn't sign it till he showed up in the building. And Reddick's camp could say, well, we got him a new deal. Both sides will spin it publicly. They won. We as Jet fans win because we have a great player that can help this defense win games. And that's all I give a living crap about at this point, winning games. And without Jermaine Johnson, you need Hassan Reddick more than ever. And it sucks because I don't like having to go back to Reddick and basically cave here. But the one thing I've been saying since the beginning is the only way Reddick gains leverage is not if the Jets don't win on Monday night against the Niners. It's if they have a catastrophic injury to Jermaine Johnson or Quinnen Williams. And unfortunately, that happens. but they got to find a way to get something done because they need them. But that shouldn't take away from all the positives. As crappy as it is to lose Jermaine, I mean, seeing Aaron Rodgers lead a game-winning drive and throwing dime after dime on the final drive to Garrett and then to Mike Williams and then making the right checks at the line of scrimmage. I mean, I am giddy. All right? I am happy. And you should be too. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. We got 1,385 people watching live right now. Please click the thumbs up button. If you're new to the show, my name is Jake Asman. I talk Jets every day, twice a day, Monday through Friday. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Joe B. Beningo coming on with me in his weekly spot on the show. And Jet fans, this Thursday, L5, come on down for the best tailgate. We're going to be lighting up a jersey of a Patriot player or maybe a coach at 6:30. So get to L5 for the jersey burn. I'm going to start promoting that. And if you're in Jersey, this Friday, I'm co-hosting Joe Beningo's podcast. So come out to the Hackensack Brewing Company. It will be me and Joe B. Friday at 7:30. That's the day after the Jets hopefully throttle the Pats. So the Jets should be 2-1 by the time Joe B and I host the pod together. But we got Beningo coming on the show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So keep that in mind. All right. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's go, Jets, baby. Yeah, buddy. All right. First up on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline this evening is someone who was at T-Squared Social today leading the Jet chants and giving us a new video that I'm sure will be played ad nauseum on this show for days, weeks, months, dare I say, years to come. The Neil Shuffle, and Neil joins us now. What's up, Neil?
That's the Jersey Shuffle. They used to call it the Jersey Shuffle back in the day. Let me tell you something. I was in first gear. You're not going to see fifth gear until we get into the playoff. When the playoffs come, I'm going to go from 63 to 23. You'll see a 23-year-old. I got to get myself in shape, really in shape for this season because this is going to be, it's going to be something special. I got about 27 points. No, I'm only kidding. I want to give a special shout out to the MVP of this game and one person who we overlook week after week after week. And that is our special teams coach, Boyer. He has done a fantastic job. We have an awesome special teams. Irv Charles came up huge today. Okay. Punt coverage. Dude, you got to and let me tell you another thing. Thomas Morstead, man. Oh my God. He flips the field every single time he punts the ball.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah.
And him and Zerline both being back is huge. And that could be the difference in several games this year. It was a huge difference.
That's right.
Today.
Let me tell you something. This was huge in the game today because there was a punt he made from our 20-yard line. He flipped it to their 20-yard line. I mean, when have we ever had a punter that could flip a field to, from the 20 to the 20? We're used to seeing, Jake, punters punt the ball, Brandon Mann, but the ball is such a line drive that when the guy catches it, he has 10 yards to run before our punt coverage even gets to the ball. Morstead kicks it 50, 60 yards, but it's not just the 60-yard line drive. It goes 60 yards high in the air and allows our punt coverage to cover. That is essential in a big part of a game that we completely overlook. Another thing is, I was riding in with Rob today, and I swear to you, could ask him. I said, Brandon Eccles is going to have a pick today. This is a guy who has a knack. There's certain guys in a secondary that have a knack for getting the ball and catching the ball when it's thrown their way, okay? And Eccles, not only does he cover well, but if you look at his all 22, you'll do it with Fiacco. He always has his eye on one eye on the receiver. He has one eye on the guy throwing the ball. He has his head turned properly to be able to make a play on the ball, Jake. And I think that is very, very big. The other point I want to make, Quincy Williams. He looks like Fred Warner when he plays. He was playing a middle linebacker today, kind of a little bit. He swapped out with Sherwood a little bit, right, Jake?
He was flying all over the field. I thought he was their best defensive player today.
Let me tell you something. He looks like Fred Warner and he plays the middle linebacker. He makes C.J. Mosley look like he's standing still when he's out there.
Well, I mean, you can't even compare the speed, right? I mean, Mosley's there to call the defense, get him in the right spots. But, Jamie Sherwood was great today, too. And I think Mosley's impact on that is huge.
Jamie and Sherwood, like you said earlier, we need now to compensate until we get Reddick signed. We need to have Sherwood blitz. We need him to come up the middle. We got to do a little more, none of this prevent bullshit, stuff that we do too much with the zone. We got to play one-on-one, bump and run at the line of scrimmage, get up there and get an extra rusher in on every single play. Because you can afford to do that if we have the supposed great back end that we do. Carter had a good game. Look, the other thing is, I want to give a shout out to the fatties up front, man. The offensive line, guy, if we could keep this offensive line together, Jake, for the entire season, all right, and no, that's not going to happen, but, you have all the Fashiono out there. You have that extra lineman. Our offensive line is going to get better and better and better. And let me tell you something. The Titans have a quality defensive line. This is probably the third or fourth best defensive line we're going to face this season, Jake. You disagree with that?
No, I think that's fair. I thought the line today did a great job. They were much better in the running game too, right? Creating some holes. I mean, Braylon Allen joked afterwards that I think he said his grandma or his nana could have ran through the hole that the O-line created at the end there. So, I mean, it was great to see. They were much better today offensively. They had more plays. And, if Aaron's healthy, they have all the makings of a top 10 offense once they get rolling here.
And also, Jake, the spreading of the ball around. Everybody had, Mike Williams had 20 yards. Corley even got a play in there. Brandon Allen, when they did, again, we've all talked about, a lot of guys in the chat have talked about having two running backs in the backfield. We did that today pretty consistently. If you remember, we did the one play to Brees off of Brandon Allen being in the backfield, and he got stopped. Remember that play? Then the next time they did it, they faked the throw to Brees and then swung it out to Allen when he got the touchdown. It was just wide open. They have to do deception. Deception is a huge part of the great offensive play callers that are out there. And I'm going to tell you something. Nate Hackett.
What are you going to tell me, Neil? What are you telling us?
Telling you, Nate Hackett had a good play calling today.
He did.
He did.
He did.
I don't think there was anything vanilla there. Again, we didn't see it last week, and everybody was bitching. But Aaron was only out there 12 minutes. The other 8 minutes was junk time with Tyrod. So we had 12 minutes of Rodgers. Today we got a full game. And like this guy was saying when he was breaking it out, the brain with Aaron. Look, I don't know what, and he's only going to get better because when you look at him, you still see a little tentativeness, okay? He's still a little bit, again, having to call 2 timeouts when play clock was running down, when he's trying to change the plays. He's a little off kilter, but that's because the players are not up to his speed. He's thinking 4 steps ahead, and the players are still only 2 steps ahead. Yeah. But every week that goes by, go ahead, Jake. What were you going to say?
No, it's just Neil on the final drive when he needed to make plays. He threw 2 of the best balls you'll see a Jet quarterback throw ever, and that's the bottom line. They lose this game 15 different times over the last 15 years. We've seen it. I already saw what would happen if they don't convert in that 3rd and 1. They're punting back. Tennessee goes down the field. They probably kick a game-winning kick, or if the Jets don't end up scoring a touchdown on that drive, Neil, they settle for a field goal, right? And then they lose. Tennessee goes down the field. They score a touchdown. They win the game. Or they score a touchdown. They go for 2 and they beat. We've seen it. But the Jets put them away because that's what the good teams are supposed to do, and they have the quarterback to do it.
And when you have Aaron Rodgers, Jake, that 3rd and 1, okay, Rob is next to me. Oh, hand it to Brandon Allen. Let's get the first down. No, 3rd and 1. Play action. Go for a big ball. That's the kind of stuff you could do with Aaron Rodgers. And more times than not, you're going to complete the pass because of his accuracy.
Now, Neil, are you ready for Thursday? All right. Are you ready for Thursday? L5, the parking lot, the party, the atmosphere.
I might be there tomorrow. Just to wait. I'm going to take.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil will be leading the Jet Chants. L5, it's going to be the place to be. Stop by if you're going to the home opener. I can't wait.
It's been so long coming, man. And I'm going to tell you, it's nice, it's nice to have the night game. Look, the 1 o'clock games, everybody loves the 1 o'clock games because you can get home, you can still be with the family, blah, 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 blah. But Jake, when they put those little blinkers on our wrists, at night, it's a totally different atmosphere, right, Jake? I mean, it is, you want to be there in prime time at night and take these goddamn Patriots, package them up in a little bow, and send them back to Boston there, whatever the hell they're from.
Let's go, Neil. Back. Let's go. We want blood on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, the Neil Shuffle. I love it. All right. I'll get back to the calls. If you're trying to get in, you can because we're maxed out. I'm only allowed 12 people on hold at once. So if you're in, you will be heard from, but just stay with me here. I got a lot of people that are tuned in live. Hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You Jet fans are the greatest, man. 1,400 people watching live right now. This game ended hours ago. I was like, people are still going to want to watch the post game. I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm on ESPN New York for 2 hours. Nope. You guys are the best. Putty with a super chat. Herb Charles, special teams legend. Amen. I cannot say enough good things about Herb Charles. I was the one saying, are we sure we need to guarantee a spot on the roster for him? Is he that good as a gunner? He was phenomenal today. Phenomenal. I mean, he made so many plays. The pump block, obviously the biggest one, but he was great. And I loved what Rodgers said, by the way, afterwards. He's like, good teams win the game like we did today. The great teams, after we have the pump block, we score a touchdown, not a field goal. I love that. That's the next level for this team. That's when they're going to start humming. And Aaron's only going to get better. I mean, seriously, like the Packer fans watching Aaron are like, yeah, he's been all right so far, solid. It's like, this is the best quarterback play we've seen since probably Sanchez in the playoffs or the 1 year of Fitz in 15 before he reverted back into a pumpkin. BP writes in, I had a blast at T-Squared Social with all the Asmaniacs. Jake, you're a class act. I'll see you at the next one. BP, I want to thank you, man. Thanks for coming out. Great to meet you. I hope everyone there had a great time. We had a great setup today with the Jets on the main TV, a bunch of the other games kind of sprinkled in. During every Jet commercial break, we cut live the audio to Red Zone so you can still follow all the other games. Once again, thank you to everyone who came out. It was awesome. Palace with a super chat. Last touchdown to win a game was by Rodgers. He changed the play after seeing the scheme, tapped his helmet twice. Yeah, we showed the Emmanuel Acho breakdown, Palace. Absolutely. That's quarterback play. How many times did Zach Wilson change a play at the line last year and run it into the teeth of the defense? It was like every time. The greatness. Brock Bowers already the best tight end. I mean, is he? I don't know. All I know is the Jets won today. I saw that the Raiders won. Good for them. But I don't know about that one. JYB says, can Solomon Thomas actually finish a sack? I mean, there were plays to be made, man. There were a couple that you're like, but they got it done. Now they need Reddick signed, sealed, delivered. Chris says, Salah needs to not use timeouts to avoid a delay game. That was frustrating, but nice to get a win. Depends on the circumstance. You almost have to use timeouts when it's 3rd and short. You can't give away a possession. That's something that I think Rodgers and the offense will get cleaned up, right? That's just reps. That's just playing more. Rodgers owned the one on the play before they scored the touchdown to Brees. Like, it's all good. Disrespect him writes in. Was at the game. What a thriller. Wish the Asmaniacs were there to cheer him on with me. Love this team and the fans. Jets, Jets. We did have a lot of Asmaniacs in the building. Disrespect him. Shout out to the big fellow who I know was there. Tony and his son were wearing Asmaniac gear today. So many listeners. I was trying to follow on the Discord, but there's just so many. If you're a Jet fan and you're going to any away games, join the Patreon and connect with Asmaniacs going to that same game. Islip Jet fan, give the OC credit. Only took 2 games to know how to use number 0. Yeah, I mean, it took Hackett till after the Giant game last year to realize Brees could catch. It took Hackett only 1 game to realize, hey, let's use Braylon Allen and Brees on the field together. That's improvement. Tyler, super chat, cuts the line. Most concerning is our run game. Need to be able to tote the rock consistently for us to reach championship caliber. Saw glimpses today in the second half. It will come with more experience. This line has not played together. The pass protection has been, the best since 2010 so far? Seriously, I know Rodgers gets the ball out quick, but how could you not be thrilled with what you've seen in pass protection so far from this unit that has 4 of its 5 new starters that are brand new? Give it time. Felix with a 20 spot. Felix, there's too much in the chat to even shout out who got him, but I will play this because you are the man, my friend. Thank you.
Felix Campos, a wonderful, wonderful guy. He gives a lot of gift memberships and loves the Jake Asman Show. Take the money.
Yeah, baby. Felix Campos. Click on Felix's name right now, people, and turn on gift receipts. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and you might be gifted a channel membership, which gives you access to all the emojis, bonus shows, priority response in the comments, exclusive videos. Love it. Thank you all. NYJ Maddie says, hit the like. 1,300 viewers on this victorious Sunday. Yeah, baby. 1,435 right now. Green and White says, can't do that again on Thursday. Take the dub. Look, it's going to be stressful. I said it going in. I did not expect the Jets to dominate. I think my official pick was either 24-14 or I might have had 20-17. Like, I thought it was going to be close. LGCFSR says Hackett offense prime form once again. Can't get the play called just like in Denver. That's on Rodgers. Rodgers on that. I'm not going to see. Here's my thing, right? If the Jets offense is a good play, it's all Rodgers and the players. If it's bad, it's automatically Hackett. Like, I can't do this all year. Is Hackett great? No. But if Aaron Rodgers wants him, I got to live with it. All right. Was Hackett the problem when Rodgers was carving up the Titans defense with the game on the line with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, leading a 7-play drive, or knowing to check out of the pass to the run for Braylon Allen? Like, Ryan says, Colin, like, I reposted it, but we are maxed out right now if you're trying to get in. I'm trying to get caught up on super chats, and then we'll get right back to the call. Story Lynn says, Jake, we got a team. Super proud of my boys. Let's pray Salah doesn't want to do ground and pound because we have 2 decent running backs. What do you mean Salah doesn't want to do ground and pound? I think they should run the ball. I think the Jets' philosophy is let's ease Aaron in by running as much as possible. If you looked at Underdog today, one of the picks I gave out was Rodgers under his pass attempt number. I think it was like 32. And I think Aaron finished with 28. Let me check. He finished with 30, actually. What was his total? Anyone remember? I forget what it was. I gave it out on the show. Like, they want to be a ball control offense. Brees had that one long 30-yard run. I think we'll see more of that, though. They'll get going. Brees is too good to not break out more long runs. John says, JD stood his ground. Now his hand is forced. Got to get Reddick in the building. Well, he stood his ground, but Reddick has cost himself a ton of money. I don't know if Reddick, even after they redo his deal, assuming they do, is going to end up coming out that far ahead. But they do need to sign Reddick. I want to make it clear. I've been saying they've needed him from the beginning. They now need him more than ever. My big thing has always been the only way he gains leverage is if there's a catastrophic injury to Jermaine or Quinnen. We know what happened today. It sucks. Luppy says, not happy with the defense out of the gate. We're reacting, not imposing our will. Fair, but they did settle in, right? I mean, it was a little tough for the defense. They lose Mosley. They didn't have Reed. At the end of the day, Luppy, they allowed 17 total points. Now, did they get helped by Levis with one of the worst fumbles you'll ever see? For sure. But you had to make that play happen by McDonald having the sack in the first place. M. Garlio says, missed a lot of the show, but Mike Williams had a catch of the day. Rodgers carried the O. Just sucks. Reddick now gets extra. Now gets extra. You mean he goes from extra to necessity? Yeah, I mean, that's life. At least you have Hassan Reddick. Luppy, does Salah know what a blitz is? They might have to adjust now that they don't have Jermaine. Pooch guy, JD needs to get creative to replace JJ. Go shopping. How about you just look at what you currently have? Get Reddick signed. John says, gotta love the New York Jet fan support in Nashville. The support in Nashville looked insane. I mean, I was texting with Fireman Ed, who was leading all the chants I saw at all the bars last night. Great job by all the Jet fans who made the trip. I mean, that's a perfect game to go to, though, right? Early September. Nashville's a great city. It's not nearly as expensive as some of the other major cities you can go for an away game. Great job by the fan base. And get ready. Thursday night's going to be a movie if they win. It is going to be so mother effing loud at MetLife. You have no idea. Oh, my God. And the ovation Rodgers will get when they introduce the offense out of the tunnel is going to be legendary. Just keep Vinny Testaverde away from the game on Thursday. That's all that I ask. And I love you, Vinny, but let's be careful here. Kyle says, pivot from Devontae, target edge of the deadline. How about just get Reddick signed? Why are we just glossing over the fact Hassan Reddick is costing himself $1 million a week? Eventually, he needs to play football. Figure it out. Jet set full. AR still in preseason, technically. Since he did not play in the preseason, he'll be old MVP AR come week 4 or 5. Regardless, we got the W. I'll say it again. This offense only should get better, including the quarterback. And you look around the NFL today, look at some of the results. The Niners, who were the world's greatest team ever, just lost to the Vikings today and scored 17 points. They have the same record now as the Jets. What did last week really prove? They lost a tough game in a tough environment to a non-conference opponent. Handle your business, which is what the Jets did today and now need to do on Thursday. And they get 10 days to reset, get healthy, and destroy Bo Nix and the Broncos. Nick Shine in the house. Proud NYJ. Where's Broderick Jones over the Willie Mack crowd at today? Very quiet on that front. Go Jets. Yeah, I would love to hear from all the people who said Will McDonald's already a bust to call in today and acknowledge that you're a moron. All right, judging a draft pick after not even, a full season in the league because McDonald didn't play a ton last year? Crazy. I'm not sitting here telling you Will McDonald is now Mark Gastineau, but he showed signs last year of being a good player. And this staff has quite the track record with defensive linemen, so I was willing to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm glad I have. I hope Will can continue to play like he did today because now they need him more than ever. King Saria, T-squared was lit, but we look rusty. Let's go Jets. King, thanks for coming out. Felix gifted a membership. If you got it, thank him. He also gifted another membership and another membership and another membership. He says 24 points scored, 24 memberships. Felix, are you kidding me? I'll tell you what, instead of your normal video, why don't we give you this? Let's go, baby. Thank you, Felix. You're the man. Dick Chimney's burner checks in. Great W. How many of these same type of games ended up as a big fat L? I'll take the dub anyway it happens. Prayers out to Jermaine Johnson. I mean, how many times, Jet fans, have they lost this game that we watched today? So many. And they won. That's the difference. They won this game. They clamped down at the end, and Rodgers, yes, Aaron Rodgers plays quarterback for the Jets, led a game-winning drive. Enjoy it. Tony says, Jake, Nashville, 50% Jet fans. Section 308, 90% Jet fans. Stadium was electric. I posted my son with the Asmaniac hat in the Discord. I saw that. Let me find it. I'll hold it up off my phone. Tony, this was awesome, man. Thank you so much to you and your son for supporting. A great photo of you guys. Looked awesome. I'm jealous, man. I really wanted to go to Nashville, but with my work schedule, it just didn't work. Uno Jets. Feels good when you have a real quarterback. Damn right. Damn right. You know what else feels good? Drinking after a great victory. All right. Today's Jake Asman show is presented by my friends at Custom Bourbon Tours. Folks, you've heard me talk about Custom Bourbon Tours before. They were with us for our draft megacast. They're back with us for the upcoming Jet season, every postgame show. CustomBourbonTours.com. You can experience an unforgettable day on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail with CustomBourbonTours.com. They offer luxury transportation to all of the stops on the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. You pick the distilleries you want to visit online, and Custom Bourbon Tours will line up your distillery tickets and provide you world-class safe transportation. Choose from SUVs, sprinters, limo sprinters, buses, even Charles Gorman's Uber. I swear to you, that's in the script. Book an unforgettable experience in less than 5 minutes online. CustomBourbonTours.com. You should be giving them the business down there. Shout out to Liam and his team. at Custom Bourbon Tours. They're great. And Liam was nice enough to actually send me some authentic Kentucky born and raised round 1 bourbon whiskey. So, to a Jet victory and the Custom Bourbon Tours, I say thank you all. That's smooth. CustomBourbonTours.com. Tell them I sent you. Right now. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we'll get back to your calls here in just a second. Let me get caught up on some more super chats. Palace says, are you concerned? Defense looked bad for 2 games except for a couple moments. Brees good, 2 moments, 2 games, very bad. Really? We're going to say the defense looked bad today? Do you want the Jets to be perfect every game? Like, I got news for you, man. It's hard to win in the NFL. The Raiders just went into Baltimore and won. The Saints just destroyed the Cowboys. The Browns, who looked like the worst team ever last week, just beat the Jaguars. The Rams, who have maybe one of the best coaches in the league, got boat raced today by Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I can keep going. Right? Like, I'm not killing the defense today. They allowed 17 points. Relax. Sauce bad for 2 games. Sauce was the highest graded corner in football last week. He was not great at tackling against the run. Nobody was. I mean, on the touchdown today, that Sauce, I guess, technically was covering Ridley on. I mean, what do you want him to do? Like, that was great coverage. It's a crazy catch. Felix says, love Mosley. D played faster to me with Wood manning the middle. You mean with Sherwood manning the middle? Yeah. Look, I think Jamin Sherwood should play more. I've said this. I thought he had one of the best training camps out of any Jet player from what I saw this summer. Luppy says, I'm almost caught up. Then let's try and rapid fire through some calls. I appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone holding. We got Sunday Night Football just underway here. Love you, Jake. Too drunk to call in. We have to improve in the first half. Can't wait for the second half to react. I agree, Luppy, but it's also football, man. You know? You keep the game close in the second half, most games you have the quarterback advantage now. That's what Jet fans aren't used to. We saw that today. You keep it within a score. We got number 8 back there who's a bad man. By the way, if you want the hat I'm wearing from Huga House, right? The Aaron Rodgers year 20 hat, they were nice enough to send me one. They just restocked. So for a limited time, if you use promo code Asman at HugaHouse.com, you can get the Aaron Rodgers year 20 hat. Or as the Asmaniacs have branded it, the Brees Hall Aaron Rodgers hat. HugaHouse.com, promo code Asman. Check it out. It's a great hat. Maybe I'll wear it to the home opener on Thursday. All right, let's get to more of your calls, and I'll get right back to the super chats here. Let's say hello to Dan the Jet fan, who's next. Hey, Dan.
Jake, what a win today. What a win. When you think about it, us Jet fans, we've been waiting over 600 days for a game like today, and we finally got to see it. Just sitting there on a Sunday afternoon, hearing Iron Eagle, Charles Davis call the Jet game the way it should always be over on CBS. Really, who would have thought? Aaron Rodgers finally playing a game for the Jets. And when you think about it, Braylon Allen, oh my God, what a guy that guy is. He is a dog. Those 2 touchdowns that he scored, you got to get him on the field more with Brees Hall. I mean, whenever he was on the field today, I thought the Jets offense, they actually moved the football for once. Nathaniel Hackett, he needs to keep Braylon Allen on the field for most of the plays this season.
I think he will. I think we'll see. I think it stresses the defense so much when you have Brees and Braylon out there. And Braylon Allen could play, man. I mean, you saw it this summer. The Jets were using him on the first team a lot of times. And it's like, okay, they think they got someone here.
Wholeheartedly agree. Anyways, man, I can't wait for Thursday night. I just want to beat the living you-know-what out of the Patriots. I'm tired of losing these guys, especially at home. I hope the Jets wear the black uniforms, man. It'll be a fun night. I just can't wait. Go
Dan, you are the man. Let's say hello to JJ right now. He says, trying to call in from Nashville, Jake avoiding. I'm not avoiding you. This is why I'm avoiding your call, because it's frozen. All right, JJ, thank you for letting me know that you're in Nashville and you're trying to call in and then calling in with a phone line from like 1987. All right, on your damn potato phone. JJ. Let's go, baby. You better give us something. All right? Give us a Jet chant. Let's go. Oh, it's a party there. I apologize to everyone's ears. I'm going to make JJ a little lower. JJ, thank you. Enjoy Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen. Carly says, getting into the studio right now is harder than getting into Harvard. I have a lot of people on hold. All right. Let me get to some super chats here, and I'm going right back to the calls. Alex says, showed guts today on the defense. That is one of 3 games we look back on every year and say we should have won. This year we did because we have Aaron Rodgers who wasn't going to give it away. I just want you all to know that I love Aaron Rodgers. They lose this game every which way possible over the last 15 years if he's not the Jet quarterback today. I don't care what the stats say. I watched the game with my eyes. The guy was phenomenal when it mattered. That's most NFL games. Most NFL games are within a score in the 4th. Can you find a way to win? I don't know how good the Titans are. But I know early in the year, wacky results happen, and the Jets easily could be 0-2 right now. We saw Dallas get boat raced today. The Niners lost today. The Ravens lost today. The Bengals are now 0-2. The Jaguars are 0-2. Just win games. Play your best football by the end of the year and stay healthy. And unfortunately, no Jet team can win unless there's a catastrophic injury that is, unfortunately, someone's got to be a human sacrifice. Today was Jermaine, which kills me. Kills me. I love Jermaine Johnson. Jet Life says, Jake, this turf makes me super nervous. Just praying no more injuries. The rest we'll figure it out. I get it. I'm nervous every time Rodgers drops back now. But I will say he responded well to getting hit today. Pretty good. Big and Funky writes in, how many missed tackles do the Jets have today? I don't have the stats yet. They were much better today, though. You know who was really good in the run game today? And I'm looking forward to Fialco's film breakdown. I thought Javon Kinlaw had a really good game up front. I thought he played well. JJ says, team starts slow, looks undisciplined and predictable on offense. Too many penalties. Salah sucks, but we won. So all is forgiven onto the... JJ, you're the worst. I'm glad you saw a win, though. All right. Fly by Night says, is there a requirement for the L5 party? My dad and I are going for the first time and want to be prepared. All right, let me read you the instructions from Matthew J. Siegel. All right. Thursday, week 1. Gates open 3:30. Come join the tailgate at 5 p.m. Park is close to L5, just not at the pole. Jersey burn, 6:30. Food, BYOB. There will be food and snacks too, but unspoken to bring stuff and Venmo the chef. For the map, I'd recommend parking around L6, L8. If you're getting there after 5, just park as close to L5 as you can. We also will have DJ Phil Nasty DJing the event. Now, I'll say this. I don't know who DJ Phil Nasty is, but I look forward to meeting him. All right? It's going to be a hell of a time. If you're a Jet fan, you need a place to tailgate. I'll do a meet and greet, L5, Jersey burn, 6:30. Let's go. All right? I want blood that night. There is no amount of points they could score that will satisfy me. F the Patriots. F Boston. Let's go Jets. Luppy, 5-spot, channel memberships. I don't know who got them because the chat is crazy, but Luppy, you are the man. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you're tuning in. There's 1,200 of you right now. I want to thank all of you for your incredible support. M. King with a super chat. What's with the negativity? We got a quarterback. We only gave up 17 points, lost key players, and looked like a competent team. Let's effing go. Hit the like. I think the negativity is not by most. I think it's the vocal minority. But I'll say this. I think it stems from the fact that people only watch the Jets and they don't pay attention to the rest of the league. If you watch the rest of the league today, you saw a lot of crazy results. It happens. At least the Jets are 1-1. You know, they have the same record as the team that destroyed them in week 1. It is a week-to-week league. But you got to win the games you're supposed to win. And short week at home against the Patriots, a game you're supposed to win. Division opponent, you know well, beat them. Get the 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to give a huge shout out to one of our great listeners. David Aaron tracked who got the memberships from Luppy, so we can shout them out. Jet Life, T. Sane, Bethpage Chris, Coops, and John Serpico. Thank you, guys. And thank you to David. Great job. I mean, like the people killing the defense today, I mean, it's ridiculous. You lost your captain in the first quarter and on the fly had to figure it out. I thought Sherwood was phenomenal today. And you know who stepped up? You know who's going to be first team All-Pro again if he has more games like what we saw today? Quincy Williams. Was Quincy not the Jets' best defensive player today? He was amazing. McDonald was obviously great with the sacks, but Quincy's doing it in the run game and the pass game. He was so good, man. God, I love Quincy. Ryan Condor checks in. Missing CJ, JJ, and DJ. How about the initials there? He's right. Defense gave up 17. I'm okay with that. Reliever Sauce touchdown, which is a great adjustment for the catch. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, I mean, Sauce is allowed to give up a touchdown, and he gave up a touchdown in a spot where it's like, what do you want him to do? Relax. Gixer writes in. Was there today. McDonald's showed out. Great win. Phenomenal win. Luppy checks in. The Lup man delivers. I did not lose my gosh darn bananas. Well, you lost him to a point where you couldn't call in, Lup, because you're a little too drunk. But I do love you. John B says, will we ever get a win and not tear an Achilles? I mean, I would give my Achilles to Jermaine Johnson right now if I could. It sucks. More of your calls right now. Let's say hello to, let's go in order here. Rob, the Jet fan from Glenhead. And Rob, I'm going to bring you on right now. And before I get to the big takeaways from your call, I want to play the end of the Jet game again. And I want you to evaluate my jump into your arms. Here we go. The Steve Asman high five at the end there. My dad too cool to get up or too lazy to move.
That was awesome. You were a couple of feet off the ground. I mean, you weighed nothing. I could have bench pressed you.
I'm getting on your shoulders with the next one, Rob. We'll make it happen.
Done deal. But let me tell you, first things first, Jake. Grab the bottle, buddy, please. One little swig together.
Let's go.
Let's go, buddy. You ready?
Let's do it.
Salud. Jets, baby.
This is really good. Big fan. CustomBourbonTours.com, people. Shout out to them.
So is this. But just my takes, Jake. Just give me a minute or so. I know you have a million people on wait, so I understand that you have to go. But let me tell you, when you drive with Neil, you got to buckle in. It's like being in the Batmobile. But let me tell you that. I mean, he knows the city. He wasn't lying. I mean, zigzagging. I was like, holy shit. I was like, but Neil's the man. But had a great time. I wanted to start off by saying, let's be honest. Who looks great so far, Jake? I mean, the Ravens, who would have thunk them being 0-2? They lost their season opener to the Raiders. Then you have the 49ers losing to Sam Darnold and company. Give me a break. So you know what? Now I'm starting to have hope. Honestly, when we lost that game to the 49ers, I was starting to say to myself, and I don't want to project negative vibes, but I was saying, you know what? I know everyone's saying Super Bowl or bust, but I was thinking, you know what? I just want to have a great season. I want to win the division, and I want to make a lot of noise. And if it comes to a Super Bowl and we win, I'll be the happiest person in the world. I'll be screaming and yelling. Okay. But now I'm starting to see some vulnerability from these teams. And you're right. Nobody looks real great so far. I mean,
it's early. That's why I say you can't win the Super Bowl in September, but you could bury yourself if you don't win. And that's why it's like, just get the wins against the teams you're supposed to beat. And this team's got a path to be that team that we always talk about in sports. No one wants to play them in the playoffs. That could be this team that they got to get better as the year goes on.
No, you're right.
And they have if Aaron's healthy, he's only going to get better with more time. He looks like a guy that hasn't played in a year and a half, and he's still by far and away the best quarterback this franchise has had since in 20 years. It's crazy.
100%. And the Chiefs struggled today too. They kind of won luckily at the last minute of the game, the last couple of seconds of the game.
The Niners lost today. They were anointed as the Super Bowl favorites, and look, they're a great team, but it's early, man. Remember last year? Do you remember last year when the Cowboys destroyed the Giants, beat the Jets in week 2, and then they lost to the Cardinals? It's the first 4 weeks. There's always wacky results. No one knows who's good, who's not. the Chiefs are the Chiefs, but for the Jets, stack as many wins as you can get, and then go on the run at the end of the year.
What happened to the Cowboys today? They got killed by New Orleans. I would have never thunk that today. But getting just into the players, I tell you, Jake, I am so happy for Braylon Allen. What an acquisition, getting him in the 4th round. We got to do the pony package. We got to get him and Brees on the field more often. Mike Williams, only 1 catch, but you know what, Jake? It was a big catch.
Oh, yeah.
Big catch. Corey had 1 catch for 4 yards. Tyler Conklin had 1. But, I mean, at least you saw it filtering in finally. And, I thought they started off slow the first half, and they really picked it up in the second half. And you know what? Everyone talking about the Jets defense. Oh, it looked terrible. Like JJ, really? 17-7. We outscored them in the second half, So the defense did what it was supposed to do. What did they say? Aaron Rodgers, 81-10 when teams are held under 20.
82 and 10 now, baby.
You're right, 82. So people have to, because you know what? I'm very happy with all these people coming, and it's just going to get better, Jake. It's going to get better and better. And I agree with Neil. I think Aaron Rodgers is just a little bit ahead of everyone, and that's why we had all those timeouts and play calling nonsense. When the team catches up to Aaron, that's not going to happen anymore. I got news for you. That will stop right there. And I just want to end off by saying, because I know you have a lot of calls, buddy, but I was saying goodbye to everyone, and I said goodbye to your brother, your dad, and then all of a sudden, obviously you, but all of a sudden I saw your mom. And I wanted to because I've only spoken to her 1 other time, and I wanted to go up to her and say goodbye. And so I just wanted to say goodbye to you and introduce myself. She goes, you don't have to introduce yourself. She goes, you're Rob from Glen Head. I know you. I was like, oh, okay. I was flattered. Your mom knew me. But,
Rob, you're a big star, man. What can I tell you?
People. Cheers to her and the Asman family. So
Rob,
Jets! Jets! Jets, people!
Incredible day. Finally a win, baby. I couldn't deal with if they lost, I'd be in a very dark place. It'd be a rough couple days getting to Thursday. It just would be. Thank God they won. Because we had Aaron Mother effing Rodgers. That's why they won today. That's quarterback play. Get used to it, Jet fans. King and Dreams in the house. Gang. Let's go. Tony writes in with an Asmaniac super chat. I come for the Jets content. I stay for Gorman, Lane, and Bobby. Never seen a sportscaster with a whack pack. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Tony. We got the best listeners, man. I've been saying it for years. I'm in the radio field. People don't understand the power of this show. They don't get it. They don't understand what we have built with this community. It's the greatest. We had 500 people at T-Squared on Monday. We had like 200 today. It was incredible. Tyler says, Surratt needs credit. Passy was better without Mosley. I have to watch the film. I think Surratt played well from what I saw. Disrespect him writes in, JJ needs to ditch the Cricket Wireless, spend the extra 20. I mean, it just, his phone sucking is like, at this point, it's just part of the bit. Don Pauly says, do you have to RSVP for L5? No, just show up. All right. Show up and go up to Matthew Siegel and give him a nice little slap on the rear end. All right. Tell him I told you to do that. He's probably watching the show right now. Speaking of a slap on the rear end, my dad says I could still kick your ass. All right, Dad. Jeez. Maybe you just get up and celebrate a Jet touchdown next time. Jeez. Hit the like button if you're tuned in right now. We got 1,100 still watching live. Let's get over 1,000 likes. There's 600 people in here right now. I'll stay on. We got more calls to get into here. Let's say hello to a member of the Asmaniac Whack Pack. We say hello to the Chiefs fan who's on the line. Hello, Chiefs fan.
Both of our games were close, but I pissed off a few people on your server, and to that I say, I don't care. Stay salty.
What happened, Chiefs fan? Tell us what happened.
they're salty about the refs and the Chiefs. I mean, like Mahomes is on the Brady level. If you don't like it, kiss my ass.
Well, that would be the approach I would take too. To be fair, like because like it's not like Chiefs fans are used to always being good. Like you've only been good since Mahomes, so I would just embrace it. Be like, yeah, we get calls from the refs.
They're posting pictures
awesome.
of refs kissing Mahomes, so I picked.
Well, I thought that was a real thing that happened. No, they were like tonguing each other on the sideline.
I posted one of the best gifs out there: two black guys kissing the homie, which is one of the best emotes on Twitch.
I'm going to ignore that comment. Is it true that Mahomes tongued a ref on the sideline? Is that true, Cheats fan?
I mean, hey, if he did, he did. I'm just glad we won.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just asking, you know.
Hey, if he did, he did. I'm glad both of our teams won because, like, last week, the 49ers fans ate me up on Twitter, and now I ate them back up on Twitter when they lost to the Vikings. I'm like, you lost to Sam Darnold, the person who saw Ghost.
He might be pretty good. I don't know. Or this is just Sam being good in the first couple games of the year like he always does.
He's under pressure. I honestly, it would be funny to see the Vikings win the division. I'm watching the Bears in the Houston game right now, and it's a snooze fest. Like, where's the touchdowns? Just field goals.
Well, Chiefs fan, I want to thank you for calling in and keep up the great work, all right?
Yeah, and congrats on your win. And everyone, let me just say this, sorry for like everyone bitching about your defense. Chill the hell out. There's been teams that won the Super Bowl with dog shit defenses and shootouts. You never know. Your defense might come alive during the Super Bowl and you might win 45-10 like the Bears did back in 85, 86, whenever that shit happened.
Chiefs fan, thank you for the time. Great call from the Chiefs fan. More of your calls right now. We say hello to the Graveyard Jet who's on the line. Hello, Graveyard Jet.
Oh, it is so great to have a win, and to that, I drink to it.
Shit, that works for me.
You know, I was going to come into this thinking so negatively, and then I realized, wait a second. We won the game. Majority of our supporting cast is still upright. And the defense held the Titans to 17 points. Why is everyone bitching?
Yeah, because people aren't used to winning, so it's like, they gotta be negative no matter what. Like, I don't think it's everyone though. I think it's a vocal minority, Graveyard Jet. I think at the end of the day, the defense held the Titans to under 20, only 7 in the second half. They got the big stop when it mattered with a young ascending player in Will McDonald coming through with the biggest play of the sack.
Sacks. Yeah. 3 sacks. Oh my goodness! Like that's the kid that we drafted in the first round. Like that was. He played
absolutely
phenomenally. Now going into Thursday, I truly do think we do need to sign Reddick because the Patriots are going to bring it to us. They always do. And honestly, I think we need, a shit wrecker like him on defense to really shut them down and get the blood that we're all craving.
Graveyard Jet, I hope it's a graveyard being built at MetLife for the Patriots on Thursday.
Oh, and I will be there to watch it.
Come to L5, all right?
You bet.
Graveyard Jet, glasses on at night, nothing like it. All right, more of your calls right now. Let's say hello to the great Jay Graves, who brought the house down with her energy today at T-Square. What's up, Jay Graves?
Hey, what's up? So,
how we doing?
Good. I just want to say shout out to T-Square. So one of the workers came up to me. He was like, "Do you like tequila?" I was like, "Yeah." And he handed me this. And he said, "You look stressed." I'm like, "Thank you. I will drink that." So shout out to T-Square. I was talking to Rob from Redhead, and I finally got to meet Neil in person. And I was saying, it's like I got a few points. I'm gonna be quick. There was the heart attack kid that when Sanchez was playing. It came down the wire. I haven't remembered a game where I've been nervous into the fourth quarter in forever. Like, I both love it and I hate it because I hate that stress. But I'd rather have that stress than be like, well, we suck. So, and then I do love in our defense the next man up mentality. We did awesome not having DJ and CJ, and then losing JJ. I'm just hoping that's sustainable. And then I was supposed to say I'm hoping to go to the game Thursday. I'm doing that all those apps, trying to get last minute tickets. So hopefully I'll be able to go to the game Thursday night. I'm hoping to go. So
Jay Graves, if you're there, we need you at L5.
Oh hell yeah! I mean for sure. Well, so somebody said with the apps, if you just go and like you're in like 10 minutes from the game, you're gonna find like good prices. Although I mean, I looked at a couple. I have a budget and try to spend around $100. Think I'm being cheap, but like I feel like I can find them last minute if I have to. So I mean, shoot, I'll come and just tailgate and hang out and then watch the game in my car. I don't even care.
That's wild.
I just want
Well,
the tailgate atmosphere. That's the most fun. But I mean, but I've been to a home opener. I was in the Bills Jets home opener in 19, but I've never been to like a prime time. I've been to a Thursday night game. I was at the Jets at Baltimore in 19. But like you were saying, like it's the loudest you've ever heard. Like I want to hear MetLife rocking. Like I know, like Halloween we probably will be hopefully, but like the home opener, like we're gonna be rocking. I want to feel that. Like, yeah,
well,
that's why I want to
the
go.
win today is going to create that environment because if they didn't win
Exactly.
today, it still would be loud Thursday, but it'd be an anxious crowd. Like the first
Yeah.
3 and out, people would be worried. It would be they lose or they got to fire Sal. Like that would be the
Yeah.
conversation this week, and I couldn't go through with that. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
it's
they
the
won today.
Patriots. It's the home opener. It's Thursday night. Like we're gonna be rocking. I just want to be there. I want to experience it.
Well, Jay Graves, I'm going to play this on your way out. Everyone find number 20 in the crowd. Here's Jay Graves in action earlier
No.
at T-Squared Social. Little fist pump there. Tremendous. All right, let's get to a couple more calls here. I want to get caught up on the super chats. Got a lot of people on hold, so I appreciate it. Let's see. Anderson says, great win. Go Jets. Amen. Kyle Clifton wrote in, you only complain about the refs. If the call is BS, it wasn't. I mean, look, the Chiefs do get gifted a lot of calls, so I understand why people say that. Adam writes in, don't think number 8 came close to throwing a pick today. Yeah, I mean, Rodgers has the best touchdown to interception ratio ever. And I made this point earlier. I think it's worth repeating. Sometimes how you win in the NFL is by not losing. Don't turn the ball over. The Will Levis 2 turnovers is why they lost. He takes better care of the ball. This is a totally different game. But he didn't. And that's why having Aaron Rodgers means everything. Story Lynn, super chat, cuts the line. Big game versus the Patriots. The vibes are high. We were in this situation last year, and Saleh didn't have them ready for the Chargers. Saleh also had Zach Wilson, who sucked that night. Sucked. Didn't score an offensive touchdown. It will be different on Thursday. As NFL Network is showing the highlights right now. How about Braylon Allen? Receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown today. What a day. Gator, 6 months of being a channel member. If you can only retain 2 players, Brees, Sauce, Garrett Wilson, who goes? Allen sucks a bag of hammers. I mean, I'm keeping Sauce and Garrett in this scenario. I want to keep all 3, though. All right, more calls right now. Let's go to Nashville for this next one. Then we'll get back to some of our esteemed regulars. Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella is on the line. He brought the house down, I heard. What's up, big fella?
Hey, man, it was crazy down here, man. We went out to Barstool last night, met a bunch of fans of the show and everything. You know, they were asking where you were. I said, you're at T-Squared, man. Today, it's been a great time, man. The Jet fans really showed up for this game, man. Lots of green all over the stadium. You could hear the Jet chants and defense throughout the entire stadium.
That's awesome.
It was crazy. We were sitting, me and my family were sitting right next to L'Jarius Sneed's family. and what's the running back's name? Spears. Spears, like the people who know him too. It was crazy down there.
Wait, so when Garrett toasted Sneed on that 3rd and 1 on the game-winning drive, did you get in the Sneed family face?
No, I didn't get in their face, but we definitely celebrated. Let me tell you that.
I love that.
So, yeah, no, it's a great win. But we got to come out not flat against the Patriots, man. We came out flat today, and we were sitting there, we're like, oh crap,
I know
we're gonna lose. You know, it was
early on. It felt like, oh my god, they're gonna be 0-2. Like it was just that feeling of like they're not ready to play. Oh my god, here we go. And like to their credit, they righted the ship. That drive by Rodgers to score the touchdown before the half, even though they ended up being down 10-7, like that that gave you a quick sigh of like, all right, it's going to click now. They're going to be okay.
Yeah. Yep. And when Mosley went out, I mean, I love Mosley, but, the defense actually tightened up against because they were hitting short passes and everything. It really tightened up, and they weren't being able to do that anymore. The Eccles interception, amazing. It was like one of the craziest interceptions I've ever seen. Those 2 roughing calls, they were BS. JJ, I mean, that was total garbage. And then the one, I think it was Adams, they called on him. That was BS too. But no, man, we're 1-1, and I'm looking forward to Thursday, man. It's gonna be great.
Are you going?
Hell yeah, I'm going.
I'll see you in L5. Let's go, big fella.
Yeah, damn right. I'm bringing the wife. We're gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Are you going Boy Green afterwards as well?
No, not doing that, man. Not doing that. But no, Nashville's a hell of a town, man. The people here are great, and the Jet fans last night at Barstool were friggin' amazing. It was great to meet a whole bunch of people, man.
Thank you for rocking the Jake Asman Show tank, by the way. I had a couple listeners that sent me pictures of you with them. You were like a big celebrity, I take it, last night rocking that thing.
I don't know. A couple people one guy's like, "You're famous." I'm like, "No, I'm not, bro. I'm just a fan of the show. What are you talking about?" But yeah, no, I met Fireman Ed and everything. He goes, "What, you and Asmaniac?" I'm like, "Yeah. What are you talking about?" So it was good, though. It was really, really good, man. Looking forward to seeing you again in L5 and all the people, showing up. It's going to be amazing.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go.
Let's
go. Yeah, for sure.
Big
Have
fella.
a good one, man.
Have a good one. Big fella. Safe travels back, my friend. Love that. What a great call there. Love that. Tyrone says, I'm super happy. Go Jets. Let's go, Tyrone. Tony checks in. Jake, watching the Jets live. Rodgers needs to push the ball downfield more. Feed Garrett like Devontae. Henny shot for the W. Stand by. You know what Kevin Garnett said? Anything is possible. Touchdown Texans, I see. Anywho, my mouse just died, which sucks because I need the mouse to go between monitors quicker. All right, more of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is our director of merch. And I want to say this. Promo code JETSWIN will get you 15% off till 8 p.m. tomorrow night on all items in the merch store. So promo code JETSWIN. We added this promo code to celebrate a Jet win. 24 hours, 15% off all the merch at jakeasman.com. And we say hello to the director of merch operations, Carly. Hello, Carly.
You just stole like 90% of what I was going to say. So,
okay. Well, you should have gave me some talking points here. How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. My job is to promote the merch. So that's
all right. Here we go. We're going to promote the merch. What should people buy?
I don't know. Buy whatever you want. I would definitely get a hoodie for sweatshirt season, which is coming up because unfortunately it is starting to get cold here. I don't know. I just ordered like a bunch of t-shirts for myself.
You don't know. You're not exactly helping the promotion of the merch here if you don't know what people should order.
No, I just think you should order everything. Everything in the store is good. I wouldn't have put it there if I didn't think it was good.
Okay. Well, people in the chat are asking for some Jet takes out of you. What did you make of the first Jet win of the season today?
Listen, it wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. What do they say? They don't ask how, they ask how many. So we'll take it. It's fine.
It's a good line.
Listen, I thought it was a good game. I'm glad we eked out a win. Will Levis is very fast. I didn't realize that. I was impressed by his speed.
Okay. Let's see. There was Nate says, Carly, this ain't a Tuesday in July. Talk Will McDonald. What did you make of Will McDonald today?
Great. He was great.
Number 99 on the field, number 1 in your heart?
No, Jeremy Ruckert is number 1 in my heart. Stop this.
He should have had a touchdown if he ran the right route on that play.
Yeah. Maybe.
Shout out to Bill Ruckert, by the way. Bill Ruckert was out with the Jet fans last night at the Barstool Bar in Nashville, leading Jet chants.
Awesome.
All right. I'm glad you enjoyed that factoid.
I did. Well, T-Squared was a great time. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I got merch designs handed to me on a Post-it.
Gonzo Badger. That's who that was.
We'll see if we can make this a reality. And yeah, if anybody else wants to submit merch designs, you know where to find me.
Were your cookies a big hit today? I know I enjoyed the ones with my face on them. How about you?
I thought so. I don't know. I had a lot. I had more than I should have had. Every time I turned around, Neil was taking like a handful of them and running back to his table.
Neil, at one point, he came over, grabbed the full thing, and then ran back to his area. It was hilarious.
The waitress at T Squared came over and she was like, I've been thinking about these since Monday. And I was like, it's an honor, really.
Now, have you told people there's crack in them or no?
No, there's no crack in them. Stop.
Okay.
This is how rumors start.
No, that's the secret ingredient. People just don't want to, believe it, but I'll keep saying it.
No, there's nothing bad in these cookies.
Sure.
Okay, I'll let you get back to the rest of the callers. Getting into this studio thing was harder than anything I've ever done in my life. So,
and I moved you to the front of the line, so you're welcome.
Thank you so much for not making me wait. That was really kind of you.
Tom wants to know, did anyone lick the face of the J cookie? Not to my knowledge.
Who took that cookie?
I think you gave it to me. I have it in my bag.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. You entertain the masses. Let me see if I have it.
Okay. I'll entertain everyone. Somebody's fantasy. Okay. I'm going through the comments now. Weed loves the cookies. That's awesome. Weed is great. Party with Peg and Artie. You guys said I'm awesome. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys had a good time at the game last week, even though it wasn't a win.
Great job entertaining the masses. I don't. What were you saying?
I wasn't done. I wasn't finished. We're going to have some good items coming to the store soon. We're going to do a fall drop, a winter drop. So just stay tuned. But once again, 15% off until 8 p.m. So that is 23 hours from now. That's me as a chicken nugget. Addison, I hope you're watching.
This cracked, but people could get the idea. Tremendous. Anyway. Well, great job, Carly. Thank you for your assistance today. People enjoyed the cookies. Hopefully no one gets drug tested.
There's nothing.
They wouldn't pass. Tom wants to know who smelled the best at T Squared today.
It's 9 o'clock.
Thank you for letting us know what time it is as well.
I really feel horrible because I forgot their names, but the people who were there in the beginning with us that we took the green tea shot with, they smelled phenomenal.
Oh, yes. Damn it. He's got a Glennie and the Jets.
His fiance are getting married on the 28th.
Yes, Glennie and the Jets.
Yes, Glennie and the Jets. So nice.
And fiance.
So congrats. Yes, and his fiance. So,
and great story about Glennie and the Jets. So Glennie and the Jets, diehard Jet fan. He's getting married on the 29th, which is the day of the Broncos game. So no, he's getting married on the 28th, the day before the Broncos game. And he was trying to convince his wife to let him go to the game the next day.
He said, oh, well, just go to sleep early on their wedding night. You can't. That's not how it works. Sorry.
Amazing. Great meeting him and his crew. Felix says, Carly, we love you. Craig in Australia says, mate, the 4% was rocking today. We did have a great turnout of the 4% female demo today. So that was great to see.
Did. I had friends there. We upped the demographic. I think it was more than 4% today.
Yeah, no, there was a lot. There was a lot of great ladies in the house.
Always.
Anyway,
right,
Carly, excellent job.
Well, all right, farewell, everyone. Buy your merch.
Where can they buy it?
Jets win. Code Jets win until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So you have 23 hours to build up a big cart of stuff and buy it. Okay.
Thank you for the time.
Bye, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, our merch director. From Carly to really, there's no better person to have on after a Carly call. And in fact, they say the only person you want to have on after a Carly call is this.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, I'm not saying that those who take steroids need some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Hey, Jake, how are you?
Charles, thanks for calling the radio show tonight too, my man.
No problem, my friend, anytime. The Jets registered 4 sacks today, 3 of courtesy. 3 of them were courtesy of Will McDonald. The 4th was Solomon Thomas. The Jet defense registered 7 sacks in 2 games. That's pretty damn good if I don't say so myself.
7 sacks in 2. Is it 7? They had 3 last week. I don't even remember them having 3.
They had 3 sacks supposedly versus the 49ers. They had 4 today versus the Titans. And what made it even more impressive that they got him without Jermaine Johnson for the rest of the game.
And no
plus Bill
Mosley
Callahan,
and no
their
DJ
offensive
Reed.
line- No
Yeah.
DJ Reed. Plus Bill Callahan's their offensive line coach, and he's one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL.
Do you mind if I have a cookie while you make your points, Charles?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
I'm watching the Texans game right now. They're up 10-3. CJ Stroud's got the ball again.
He's pretty good. Yep.
Oh, CJ Stroud's special. I think there's going to be another tough matchup for us. I really think so. Anyway, I thought we ran the ball better as the game went on. I thought our run blocking improved as the time went on. I thought, Brees Hall had 114 scrimmage yards, 62 rushing, 52 receiving. If you add it up, that's 114 scrimmage yards. That's pretty damn good. And Braylon Allen, I'm very happy that young man scored his first 2 NFL touchdowns. He's a special player.
Now,
I know
calling him a young man, I always enjoy this, Charles. How old are you?
I'm 30. Braylon Allen is 20.
So you're only 10 years older than him, though.
Yeah, that's a decade. I'm a decade older than him.
All right, Braylon Allen, I'll let you call a young man, but you can't call like Garrett Wilson a young man, or you can't call like Jermaine Johnson a young man,
It sucks that Jermaine Johnson's out for the year with an Achilles injury, but you know what? I pray for him. He's a good guy. He's a hard worker. He's a good. I mean, that freaking roughing the passer calling him was bullshit. Excuse my language.
I'll excuse it. It's fine.
That was a BS call. I'm like, what are the refs doing? This is why the NFL. This is why a lot of people don't like the NFL today, because they baby these players too much. It's ridiculous. Like, I get you trying to protect the quarterback, but the guy gets hit. The guy gets hit. It was a clean hit and nothing else.
Where did you watch the game today?
Yeah, I watched the game at my house, and I was screaming at times when the Jets scored. I thought Aaron Rodgers looked very good today. He definitely looked better than last week when he had his opportunities. I mean, 18 for 30, nearly 180 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Yeah, that's a catch. Yeah.
You can't.
I'm sorry,
I told you I'm eating. I need you to carry the show. You can't stop your call mid-take when I'm depending on you to host the show right now.
I'm sorry, Jake. My apologies.
It's okay, Charles. I love you anyway.
What I was saying was that our offensive line, I thought, was great in pass protection.
I agree.
The first 2 games of the season, they really allowed Rodgers to get touched. Like, Aaron Rodgers, I thought, was clean throughout most of the game. I thought that throw, to me, I know some people may argue his best throw of the game was to Brees Hall on that touchdown. To me, his best throw was to Mike Williams.
I thought the one to Garrett 2 plays before was just as good as well.
Well, yeah, but to me, the throw of the game to me from Aaron Rodgers was on 2nd and 16. Mike Williams does his thing. I would like to see Mike Williams get even more involved on Thursday night versus the Patriots. Because the Patriots, I know they lost 23-20 to the Seahawks. I know they gave up a bunch of receivers, go over 100. I think it was Jackson Smith, the Jigba, and DK Metcalf. But they're well coached by Gerard Mayo. They really are. The Patriots, as much as I can't stand them, they don't look too bad so far this year. They're playing like they got nothing to lose. So,
Charles, you got a big house, man.
I won't say I have a big house. I'm just living in my family room right now.
It's a big family room.
Thank you.
Are you growing a beard?
I'm going to shave it tomorrow morning, so don't worry about it.
Why?
Anyways. Oh, by the way, how was the rest of your shift at the radio station? How was it?
You didn't listen to the show?
I did, but I only listened to it when I was calling in. So
wait, so you didn't hear any of the show? You only heard the part when you were on the air?
I heard some parts of the show when the other calls were called in. I saw Purple Belt Mike make his call. I saw other people make their calls.
Mm-hmm.
But then you hung me up after I finished my call, so I couldn't hear anything else.
I see. Yeah, no, it was a tremendous show, and I appreciate you calling in, Charles. You made the show better.
I appreciate that, Jake. I really do.
Now,
Anyways,
I do want to relay some messages from the chat here, Charles. It seems like a lot of people are actually worried about your beard here. So you are shaving? It's confirmed?
yeah, I plan on shaving because the reason why I shave is because I have very sensitive skin. So yeah, that's why I know this can sound random. That's why I don't really eat French fries with my fingers. I eat them with a fork because I have very sensitive skin. That's how my father raised me. He said, "You got sensitive skin. No fingers with your no finger fries. Don't use your." Ugh, I can't even talk straight. Don't use your fingers for your fries. Use your. Either my mother does it and pisses me off, and my father. She tells me to eat my fries with a fork. I know it sounds weird to some people, but that's how some people are.
I mean, to some people, you mean the 928 people watching live right now?
I guess so. Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm not following the correlation. I'm an idiot. I want to be the first to make that clear. I'm a moron. I don't understand the correlation between not being able to eat French fries with your fingers and having sensitive skin.
Well, I do have sensitive skin. Because of the oil, it may spread my acne a bit. I have some pimples on my face, not as much as I did when I was a teenager, but I got to be careful because it could spread. It could increase my acne or something like that.
That makes sense.
But anyway, Will McDonald, I think, is going to be a good player for years to come. I don't expect him. Obviously, expecting this guy to get 3 sacks every game is a bit ridiculous. But I did like what I saw from our interior defensive line. I like Solomon Thomas. Quinton Williams got some pressure. Javon Kinlaw, I think he's going to get there eventually. But the one thing that I will say that pissed me off today was some of the play calling early on in the first half. Like, we got a little bit too predictable. Like, I understand Aaron Rodgers, this was his second full game, as a Jets starting quarterback. But you got to keep your opponents off their heels. You can't let it be predictable.
I agree, Charles, and I thought you made some good points there. At least they won the game, though. You going to the home opener on Thursday?
They won the game. I hope my dad and I get to talk about it. I'm sure he's going to be going crazy about Braylon Allen. He likes Braylon Allen.
Where's Dennis Gorman? I want to talk to him.
My father, Mr. Gorman, is working right now. He won't get home until a little after 10 o'clock tonight.
He's working. It's Sunday. It's a day off.
It's not a day off. He works.
What does he do?
He works at Target and ShopRite.
Right. It does make sense. Those places don't close on the weekends.
I know, but they close till 10.
All right. So when he comes back, are you going to give him a big hug and say, "Let's go Jets"?
Of course I'm going to give him a hug. I always give my father a hug when he walks into the door.
That's very nice.
I love my father.
I love him too, and I've never met him.
Okay. Anyways, good luck with the rest of your show, and hopefully one of these days I'll see if I can go to the watch parties or something. But as I said, it depends on my schedule. Also, this upcoming Wednesday, I'll be going on a cornucopia cruise.
How about that?
On Wednesday, so.
Well, Charles, before you go, I just want you to know a lot of people have weighed in on whether or not you should keep the beard. Carly wrote in, "Charles, keep the beard. I like it."
I'll keep that in mind.
You just tidy it up a little bit, clean up the under the chin, and then taper it up a little bit on the sides. I think you could pull it off.
We'll see. Anyways, ta-ta, Jake.
Charles, thanks for the time as always.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
What a call by Charles Eugene M. Gorman there, folks. We will remember that one for a long time. The big fella with a $20 super chat. Big fella, we should be paying you for the way you rep the brand all weekend long in Nashville. Jake, forgot to say, we need to get Yannick Ngakoue in for a visit. Also, it was great for Hackett to realize that by not only giving Brees the ball, Allen's a game changer. Garrett was so shifty on the end around, so tough. That was a great play by Garrett Wilson, man. low-key underrated play of the game. I can't wait to watch this game back. I've had no time. I left the watch party immediately after the game because I had to get back and do radio for 2 hours, and then I'm doing this. So I will rewatch the game, and I'll have more thoughts tomorrow with Beningo at 10 a.m. That's right. Joe B, all the love, bro. Oh, the pain. Beningo at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go. Joe B after a Jet win. Let's go. Jet it out. Super chat cuts the line. This team will need about week 4 or week 5 to get rolling. Pulling out wins like today is bigger than most realize, and that's how you build an identity. Don't fold. Keep fighting. Get wins. Jet up. Amen. There is something called learning how to win. I got to learn how to not have crumbs all over my computer pad here. Thank you to Carly's Cookies for that. But the point being is this. You got to learn how to win. And these wins all count the same, whether you win them in September or you win them in November. It doesn't matter. And this team today couldn't afford to be 0-2. And they bounced back. Good teams bounce back. Give the coaching staff some credit for that. They made adjustments. They shut down the Titans in the second half, held them to 7 points, had the game-winning drive on offense, made huge play. All 3 units contributed today. They were phenomenal. More of your calls right now. I have a Liam in Kentucky on the line. I have a funny feeling this might be the Liam from CustomBourbonTours.com. What's up, Liam?
It would be a crazy coincidence if it weren't, wouldn't it?
You're the man, my friend. This is great stuff you sent me. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's real good stuff. That's real good stuff. Sorry about the lighting. We're still on our way back from the game. Absolute blast down there today. Probably, I'd say 35 to 40% green. It was definitely a good time. Couple points I wanted to touch on. Number one, a little bit of a Kentucky, but Brandon Eccles, 4th year with us, completely overshadowed by the job that Michael Carter's done. But he's been such a good role player, stepping up anytime he's really been needed. Really, really underappreciated. He will be gone next year. Obviously, there's no room to sign him, but he's just been a really, really good Jet for the role that he's been needed for.
Yeah, great point. It seems like every time he has the spot start, he's made a play.
Yep. Number 2, I thought the personnel deployment today was the best under Saleh in his entire time here. A bunch of the stuff that they did as far as, the receivers they use when they use them, the way they mixed up Allen and Hall today, it was the first time where you just kind of looked at it and you're like, oh my God, it made sense. And whether that falls on Hackett, whether it's a Saleh thing, it was undoubtedly the best that we've seen. Lastly, one thing that I know, Rodgers on the 3 times that he had to roll right today, just mechanically, a right-handed quarterback rolling right, his plant foot then becomes his left foot instead of his right. And all 3 times he wound up shorting the ball, which tells me that he's not quite near 100% as far as, really trusting his account.
Did we lose Liam?
Really interesting how all three times he shorted it today when he had to roll to the right.
Yeah, Liam, great call. We were losing you at the end there, so I'll let you go. But first off, thank you for this phenomenal whiskey right here. Second off, Jet fans, Liam is one of you guys. All right, CustomBourbonTours.com. Book your trip today. Can't say it enough. But yeah, it's an interesting observation with Rodgers. I just think every game he'll get a little better. He'll get more comfortable. And we saw him take off today and run for the first time too. You see how he tried to bait Jeffrey Simmons into hitting him late? And eventually he did get a roughing call when Simmons grabbed his face mask. I just feel so like having a quarterback, man, it changes everything. Like the confidence that we had when we saw Aaron out there versus any Jet quarterback in the last 15 years. Like it's crazy. It really is. Veterans Fitness with a super chat. Jake, we took the win and we got hurt, but this win means a lot to the players and to us fans. We were watching what we knew was supposed to be last year. JETS, Jets. Yeah, veterans, I'm with you. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm telling you, look around the league. Don't just look at the Jets. All right? The Cowboys were world beaters in week 1. They got destroyed today at home. The Niners were the best team ever last Monday night. They got beat by Darnold and the Vikings today. Jaguars are 0-2. Bengals are 0-2. Ravens lost to Gardner Minshew and the Raiders today, and they're building. Like, it's a long season. Don't bury yourself early. win the games you're supposed to, and just survive, man. Survive. That's why you got to win today. Like, don't put yourself in a hole. This team in theory should get better with more playing time. That's why gutting out a win like today on the road is huge. But they got to get Reddick signed. I don't want to I don't want to minimize how big of a loss Jermaine Johnson is. It's a big loss for this defense. They have to get Hassan Reddick in the building. Could we get a post-game panel with Lane, Bobby, and Charles? That would be gold. Well, I'll tell you what. Neither Lane or Bobby are on the line right now. I'd love to bring them on if they are. Get their takes on the big win. Darth God writes in, what's up, Jake? Huge fan. I've been watching for months, but realized late I didn't subscribe. Anyway, I wish I could make it to the home opener, but broke grad. Well, I appreciate you subscribing. If I had extra tickets to give you, I would, but that is not going to be a cheap ticket, Jet fans. But for the Jet fans who will be there, it will be an epic night. I want blood that night. Blood. Ladies and gentlemen, today's Jake Asman postgame show is also being presented by my guy, Joe DeVizio and his team. Let me make this very clear, all right? If you're trying to sell your home, if you're just thinking about it, call Joe DeVizio. He's a Jet season ticket holder and one of the top real estate professionals in all of New Jersey and the surrounding metro areas. Joe can help you top dollar in any market, in any area, no matter your situation, what condition your home is in. If you're behind on payments, no problem. Whole house needs repairs, no problem. Bad tenant or squatters, no problem. Not for my guy, Joe DeVizio. Selling homes, getting you top dollar. That's what Joe does, baby. Single family, multifamily, commercial building, investment property, condo, townhouse, beachfront, lakeside, urban dwelling. It does not matter. Joe can sell any property, any place, anytime, and get you top dollar. Call Joe to discuss your situation. Your wallet will thank you. Check out Joe's real estate website in the description box of this video, or you can call his office at 959-CALL-JOE. That's 959-CALL-JOE, and get ready to cash out. Joe's the man. Met him at the Charger game last year, Jet fans. And despite the loss, it was nice to meet him. He's a huge Asmaniac, watches the show all the time. So support Joe, and you're supporting another Jet family-owned business. Once again, the website is sellwithjoe.com. It's linked in the description. 959-CALL-JOE if you're thinking about selling your home. Check it out. Shout out to Joe and his team for being a part of our post-game shows all season long. Smash that like button if you're tuned in right now. Can we get over 1,000 likes? We got 900 tuned in live right now, still watching. Thousands after the fact. More calls right now. Ted's on the line. Hey, Ted.
Jake, what's up?
Ted.
Enjoying the can you hear me?
I hear you, Ted.
Oh, okay, sorry. Enjoying the game tonight. I think Caleb Williams is playing a little bit better. Big fella stole my thunder a little bit. I really think Quincy playing with Sherwood was so much better than CJ Mosley that we couldn't stop the underneath patterns in the first half, and that was basically eliminated in the second half. I mean, there were so many crossing routes and drag routes that Mosley couldn't cover that Sherwood could cover, and Quincy, and which made the pass rush more efficient. So I really think we have to seriously think about limiting CJ's time. I hate to say cut it out totally. I don't know if you could do that, but I think it's time.
There's one game, though, man. Like, I'm not just giving up on CJ Mosley. He gets the guys in the right position. Like, it's great to see Sherwood step up and play great, but I don't know. You're a better team with CJ Mosley out there than not. He's the captain of the defense for a reason. One
Not
game
if
and you're
he's,
ready just to chuck CJ Mosley to the side? Really?
Well, I mean, I saw it last year. It's not the first time I've seen it. I saw Njoku running wild last year. I saw the Cowboys, players running wild last year in the middle of the field. If we keep seeing it, let's just say he probably should have limited playing time at some point.
I mean, I agree. You could play Sherwood more in certain spots, but like you're talking about benching the captain of the defense. Like that's not going to happen.
Okay. Well, I said limited. I don't know. Okay. I say limiting.
This is why Bobby Midnight says you're stirring the pot, Ted. If it takes like that, you pot stir. That's what you're doing. Huh? Where's my boomerang from Craig? This is Ted right now, stirring the pot. One game, man. Relax. All right. CJ Mosley means so much to this team. You can't bench him. Now, I'll say this. If he's not 100% healthy and you want to sit him for Thursday, and give them, basically 2 weeks to get ready for Denver, I get it. They might do that with Reed as well, but be careful. New England's got a good defense. As much as I want blood on Thursday, I don't think the Jets are just going to cakewalk to a win. It doesn't feel like that happens. Veterans Fitness says, not going to lie, I enjoyed watching the Niners lose. Yeah, I mean, they have the same record as the Jets. It's a week-to-week league. More calls right now. Altoona Sandwich was in the building today at T-Squared, and he's up next. Hey, Altoona, what's up, man?
Hey, Jake, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, dude? You're in the dark? You're in a darkness retreat?
Yeah, I'm in the backyard, but man, after watching that Charles Gorman call, we need to get him out to one of these watch parties. I mean that would just be gold.
Look, I had him at the New Jersey meetup at Don Jose. He was a big hit, and I'm just hoping we can get him there. I mean, maybe if he grows the beard, Altoona, he'll be more confident in himself and he'll want to be at all the watch parties.
I agree. So just a couple of quick points on the game. To give Nate Hackett a little credit, I thought the play call on the Braylon Allen, the first touchdown, the fake swing pass to Breece Hall, and then coming back to the other side and doing the real swing pass to Braylon Allen, I thought that was an excellent play call by Hackett, so we'll give him a little credit there. And it was just that, despite Jermaine Johnson, torn Achilles, it's great to see Will McDonald, showing flashes of becoming, a true game wrecker with 3 sacks. So I thought that was very, very encouraging. And just the last point, I know, some of the slight negativity, I really think it's because a lot of Jets fans thought that this defense was going to be the 85 Bears and we're going to let up 3 points or 6 points. And basically all the Jets offense would have to do is run the ball and Aaron Rodgers make a play or two. But I think, like you said, this is the NFL. Aaron Rodgers going to have to make a few more plays than 1 or 2 throws to win games. The defense is not going to pitch shutouts and hold teams to 3 points to 6 points. So the offense is going to have to do a little work like they did in the second half today. So
look, and the better the offense is, the less pressure it takes off the defense. And I think the defense still could be a top 5 to 10 unit, but they need to get Reddick signed, Altoona. That's now the key here. They got to get Reddick under contract to figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, somewhere in Reddick's estate, him and his agent, weren't doing high fives when Jermaine Johnson went down about all the leverage they have. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, sensible minds prevail, and him and Joe D can come to a sensible agreement.
Yep. Great call, Altoona. Great to see you today. Thank you, my man, for coming out. Keep it rolling with your calls. This guy was in the house today at the T-Squared Social Watch Party of Champions that featured a Jet victory. That's right, folks. The Jets won today. And now we destroy the Patriots on Thursday. Weed the People is on the line. Hello, Weed.
Jake. How fucking great was that?
Not as great as your backdrop, Weed.
Oh, you mean President King Lowski Camacho?
Yeah. President King Lowski Camacho.
Keeping us all hyped up, man. I'm telling you, dude. You want to know something wild? Last night, for whatever reason, I benched Tony Pollard and I started Braylon Allen over him.
Did you?
Yeah, and he got me more points. Hell yeah, man.
Did the Weed speak to you to do that?
It did. It whispered in my ear, and it was like, "Hey, Weed." It calls me Weed. It also calls me Weed. Yeah, glad you got my boomerang too, Jake.
Wow. I can't believe Craig is just coming to the U.S. and just give everyone boomerangs. It's crazy.
I know, dude. He's a typical Australian. What do you expect?
They only travel with 70 boomerangs, apparently.
Yeah. He comes equipped with it, boomerangs. Jake, here's to a win.
Weed. Amen, brother. You are Weed the People. Thank you, Weed. Excellent job. Let's go, Weed. What a call. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is not high, but it always feels like he might be with some of his baffling takes. We say hello to Gary, who's next. Hey, Gary.
Speaking of my baffling takes, that Brock Bowers is cooking.
Oh,
you just put him on automatic and let him cook. It's that easy. And then Caleb Williams is cooking too. He almost got a touchdown this year. My takes are so trash. Brock Bowers is god awful, and Caleb Williams is the second coming, the most talented quarterback I'd ever seen. So my takes are trash. But on to On-
somebody say Brock Bowers?
You just put him on automatic and let him cook. This guy's crazy. I mean,
you can't claim victory on Caleb Williams 2 games into his NFL career.
I'm not claiming victory on Caleb Williams, but when I told you Bo Nix is god awful, like horrendous, like Zach Wilson, Kenny Pickett bad.
Yeah,
I can claim victory on that. He's god awful.
I mean, I don't think he's any good, but like everyone and their mother said Caleb Williams was the number 1 pick of the draft. That's
Hang
the
on
guy
one
you take. Oh God. Do I hang on? Oh, you're back?
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
What happened? What's wrong?
That was unprofessional. Decker was just knocking on the door. I had to let her in. She said,
tell her to come on the show. We'd rather hear from her than you.
Decker! Oh. Come here, baby. Sorry. This is really unprofessional on my part.
Are you ever professional? Hi,
The
Decker.
Jets one, baby. Jets.
What are you doing? Why are you sniffing my butt, Denali? Stop it.
Kenobi sniffing
Stop it.
Decker's
Kenobi.
butt. Is that what's happening here?
It's what dogs do. You know?
It's true.
But have you seen enough of Bo Nix to say, "Oh man, this guy sucks"?
I didn't get to see the game today. I was working the whole time.
True.
I know they lost, but you know.
He's on that Zach Wilson, Kenny Pickett trajectory.
Great. Do you have a jet point? Jets did
Yeah.
good today, Gary. You know, Joe Douglas built a hell of a roster today, huh?
They beat the Titans. They went on
Right.
the road and won an NFL game. That's not easy.
Look,
It's not an easy thing to do.
You don't apologize for winning early because, as we saw today, it's a week-to-week league early in the year. Niners lost to the Vikings. Cowboys got destroyed by the Saints. Ravens are 0-2. They lost to the Fighting Brock Bowers, as you know. So, hey, look, you take the win. You're 1-1. Handle your business on Thursday. Now, let's go.
And then we're 2-1 on Thursday. And I just wish that the rookie quarterback, why Drake May was playing, because we could just blitz the hell out of him and frazzle him, right? But they're not going to go with that. I was hoping to get off to a really bad start and put in Drake May and then just attack him. But anyway, does this mean now with Jermaine, it's apparently an Achilles? It's going to be a season-ending thing.
Most likely. I mean, if they usually know if it's an Achilles tendon.
Yeah. And Robert Saleh said that it appears to be that.
Yeah,
Usually you can tell right away. So I guess Reddick wins the pissing contest now. I guess like tomorrow they're gonna have to go and sign him.
I mean, did he really win it though? Because he's cost himself $8 million. Like, how much more money is he now going to get? Like, I don't know. I think the Jets need to work it out with him. Like, whatever it takes to get it done within reason. I think you do it. But I don't know if Reddick really comes out a big winner in all this.
I mean,
maybe he doesn't cost himself as much money as he was going to if Jermaine didn't get hurt. But I don't know if Hassan Reddick now is getting like this Kachunga offer from the Jets, and he's going to be making up all the money he lost. He lost $8 million already.
I know it's a lot of money, and that's what I'm saying. At a certain point, it's the point of no return to you. Might as well just sign because you're losing money faster than you can make it. So, I thought it was like I couldn't believe it gotten this far. I really still can't believe that like he's still not signed. But as I thought the pass rush was actually better today than it was against San Francisco. I thought a lot of things were improved. It's still like it doesn't look like a Super Bowl team yet, but it was good. And then like you watch their quarterback. Why can't I ever think of Levis implode? And it's like so usually our quarterback implodes and blows the game, but now it's their team. Like we have the advantage at quarterback.
Right. Well, that's where Rodgers being the best game manager of all time, highest touchdown to interception ratio pays off, right? Like moments like that. Like he didn't turn the ball over today. Was he great throughout the game? No, but he didn't turn it over. Will Levis did twice, and when Aaron had to be on the money, he made all the plays. Like that's quarterbacking right there. That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
And is Mike Williams had the big catch, but other than that, he's been quiet, really quiet the first 2 weeks. Is it still an injury thing with him, or is it just like he's not that involved in the offense?
I mean, I think they're still easing him in. I mean, he definitely played more today than he did yesterday. I'll see the snap count total tomorrow when I look it up. I mean, all you need to know about Mike Williams is when the game was on the line, Rodgers went to him and he made the biggest play of the game, you could argue.
Come here, baby. Come here. This was one of my more unprofessional calls. You want to talk to Jake? You can say Jets. The Jets won, baby.
Hey, Jake.
Hi, Decker.
How you doing?
I'm great, Decker. The Jets won today, so I'm in a great mood. Even your dad is happy.
I can't hear what you're saying.
He said even you're happy.
I'm happy. The Jets won, baby. We're 1-1. We got through the first two
Daddy,
road games. We're
You
1-1.
want to do the chant?
You ready to do it?
Yeah.
Let's
ready?
go.
Jets, 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 Jets.
Yeah, Decker, this is for you. Here we go.
Chicken doesn't go with pasta. Don't you know it's disgusting? Chicken can't go with pasta. Why? Because of the texture. Instead, go get yourself pizza at the closest Shell gas station. Cause chicken don't go with pasta. I just discovered dogs are pets.
What a call. What a call. Ladies and gentlemen, more of your excellent phone calls right now. We say hello to another member of the Asmaniac community who was in the building today at T-Squared Social. Nate, parentheses Nate, is on the line. Hello, Nate.
What's going on, Jake? Nice hat.
Nate, a tremendous hat by you.
Love it.
Promo code
T-Squared was
Asman,
awesome.
HugaHouse.com. Let's go, baby.
T-Squared was awesome. Jake West had to share with me. It was funny before the game. He said, if we lose, Jake's got to cancel all the T-Squared. We're not going there again, which I half agreed with. So I'm glad we got the first win at T-Squared. It is definitely a fun place to have outside having a cigar with Neil at halftime and smoking weed before the game. Yeah, Neil Jr. Dancing
I did
with
walk
Genergy,
outside
like,
to I was gonna say I did walk outside to like Craig in Australia and then right there I smelt it and I looked to my right and there it was. We the people.
There was a cigar. It was awesome seeing your international fans there as well, meeting Craig and Mrs. Craig. It's gonna be fun seeing everyone on Thursday. It seemed like everyone who was at your T-Squared event is also gonna be there Thursday, along with everyone in the chat. It's definitely gonna be fun. Did Neil and Nate meet up? I saw that in the chat. We definitely did meet up. It was excellent. Hassan Reddick. He definitely all right. If JJ doesn't get hurt, he would have lost a lot of leverage today because Will McDonald looked really good, like first round good. Michael Clemens looked invisible again. Like second year in a row. Second year. I see Neil saying he deserves 25 mil for 3 years. Nate wants to give him 50 mil a year. I'll give him 50 mil this year if that's possible. For outside of 3. I was kidding with Neil, but I don't want to lock him in for 3 years. It seems like we have to lock him in for 2, but it's like, do you want to lock in a guy, Jake, that like with this situation that's been going on, like to just secure him in our clubhouse when it seems like he hates us and he was probably standing up clapping when JJ went down. It's such a weird situation, but the guy he has to play football, right? He can't sit out this year and lose $20 million and then be on the same contract next year. We have his rights. It's I don't understand his situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, they have to work something out, Nate. There's I don't know if it's a 2-year deal or just giving him more money this year, but he's cost himself so much money. The Jets now need him more than they did, 12 hours ago. Get it done. Figure it out. Common sense should prevail here.
It sucks. It almost feels like it almost seems like we need more than that too. I've been on the JFM trade for a while, but it seems like at the deadline we might just like it never hurts to have enough D linemen, especially in our system. And last year and for the last 2 years, we've kind of shown that, and it seems like we're kind of just short at depth this year in that position. Another position I'm concerned about a little bit. I was just like, obviously after the JJ injury, I was thinking like, who else could this happen to? If we lost, Wilson, we need another receiver ASAP. That's one position I'm kind of nervous about. Is just having, Mike Williams seems like he's easing back. Corley is obviously not a plug and play, receiver for every down. So I don't know. I'm interested to see that. The offensive line looked great. Neil made some great points actually. Neil after a win is like off-season hawk. Like you love them. Like he was on fire with like the whole offensive line looks stellar. He was saying that, and like it's obviously going to get better throughout the year. Running the ball. Eccles, couple of your callers talked about Eccles. Eccles looked great. Obviously, I wanted to see Stickers in there, but like Eccles always is making plays. Always is making plays. It's nice to have that security blanket. Braylon Allen looks like our Sean Green. Like he looks like our 2010 version of Sean Green. As soon as he caught the ball at the 10 and got downhill, it looked like he was going to store. Like no one was getting in front of him. He is like an absolute truck, monster truck when he gets going downhill. Something else
He
I thought
is
we learned
so
today at
fast.
T-Squared.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's fast. Like it was once he caught the ball, it's like even if there's someone there, he's gonna score. Like it was big. I like Sarah. Sarah's a big Stickers fan now. Welcome Sarah to the fan club. Something else we learned at T Squared today, Jake. The Pats game is gonna be a game on Thursday. That's not gonna be a push. Everyone, I think all off season we were talking about 45-point game or let's get our redemption back and beat they're them with Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is like the Tyrod Taylor. They're in a similar boat where they probably won half the games in their career, but people still every time say, oh, they have this guy, they're not going to be good when they end up winning half their games. Their defense looked good. They played well against Seattle. They just lost in overtime. They're 1-1. Thank God they were almost 2-0 going into our game. But all right, now to like my negative side. I don't know about you, Jake, but I was like almost like if Robert Saleh loses this game, which it looked like in the first half, where if Levis didn't hand us the ball, literally, we didn't even like force a fumble. He just made like a Zach Wilson IQ play. Well, we're 14-0 in Tennessee. That's Saleh's line job is on the line. If you get Weed was saying at our table, if you get crushed by the Titans, we would have lost double digits in Tennessee. This fan base would have been going nuts. And I said it before the game, like if the only way we lose to the Titans is due to coaching, it just seems like it was the same thing with San Francisco, running the ball down our throats, bubbles, screen plays, like the same stuff, the tight ends, the same stuff that always kill us are killing us outside of obviously the deep ball from Ridley. It just Salah still has to prove it. Like today, I don't know about you, but I think if they got the touchdown on 4th and goal, they go for 2 points to win the game.
Probably, yeah. But you know what?
So,
they didn't lose. They won the game. They made the plays when they had to. Levis played like Will Levis, took advantage of it. I love that Rodgers said after the pump block, like a great team, score touchdowns there, not field goals. Like they should get better as the year goes. There are a lot of upsets today in the NFL, though. So even the good teams are still figuring it out. So it's definitely not all positives, and losing Jermaine's a big blow to this defense. They have to get the Reddick thing figured out now. Have to. But you take advantage of your opportunities. I mean, the Jets lose this game last year. They didn't this year because they got Rodgers. EJ is up next. Then we go to Ken. We'll start rapid fire through as many as we can. We're over 2 hours now. What's up, EJ?
Jake, what's up, man?
EJ, nice hat.
Thank you. Appreciate it. My wife hates it, but I love it. Hey, dude, I'm ecstatic with Rodgers. I really am. Through the first 2 games, I think you said it best earlier with the we've scored 3 touchdowns in the first 2 games and only did it twice last year. I am pretty concerned about our defense versus the run. I don't know what we're doing, but our D line. I don't know if it's a Y9 we're running or what's going on, but it just seems like teams are shoving it down our throats early, and also the offensive play calling early is. I don't know what changed, but something at some point in the second quarter where we got out of this run, pass, run at one point, and they finally got away from it at some point today, and we started moving the ball. But we're opening every single game every week with a run up the middle or off the tackle of Breece Hall, and I almost felt bad they pulled Breece from the game. They didn't pull him from the game, but they started giving Braylon Allen carries, and he started showing up. But that seemed to be right when the play calling got a little better, and I don't know if Rodgers changed something or what happened, but
they're too predictable with a lot of the calls early. So you hope that they could adjust to that. I thought Hackett actually called a pretty good game in the second half.
He did, and I'm sitting there on the couch as just a fan, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, this is a run. This if I know what it is, I know sure as hell Tennessee Titans know what it is.
Yep.
And it just seems like it's every week, and I thought that plagued us a little bit last year as well. And it just seems like every game we're starting with that run. Every game, I'd love to see us start a game with a play action pass, or start a drive with a play action, or start a drive with a little quick pass, and we just never do it. I don't know.
Well, we're only 2 games in, there's still an adjustment for this offense, a lot of new pieces, but like to your point. They've scored 3 touchdowns in the first 3. Like the defense should be good enough, like it is today, to win most of the games like that.
I agree, and I still think our defense is built to play well late into the game. They're just not starting off well. And I know we're 2 games in, like you said, but it looked like this was going to be the 49ers game all over again.
It did. But the difference was, one, you weren't playing the Niners, and two, they settled in. The defense stopped the run really well in the second half. They clamped up when they had to.
They did. And not if it hadn't been for that. I think that mistake by Levis probably flipped the game for us. And we can't. I would just like to see Saleh actually outcoach a team, and I've never seen it. I really haven't. I think he's so set in his ways of this wide nine bait whatever I don't know what it is. I'm not the expert here, but it just seems like every week it's just something at the beginning of the game that we have to come back from, or we never just come out of the gate and beat a team or outcoach a team. It's just never happened with Saleh. And I like Saleh. I do.
No, I do too. There's some things that need to be corrected and improved, but it's that you won. And I don't know. I look around the NFL today and I see some wacky results with really good teams losing to quote unquote inferior teams.
Oh, I totally agree. I can't believe the Saints did what they did to the Cowboys. I'm still shocked about that. But
you know what I mean? Like we need to see gradual improvement, but from like Monday to today, the offense with more plays, like Aaron Rodgers had a game-winning drive as the Jet quarterback today. Like,
no, it was awesome. I freaking love it. I do. I love this team. I really do. I want them to succeed. I know they're getting better. They did. Even from last week, they got better. Rodgers looks more comfortable out there. I think it's great. I really do. It's me nitpicking the team. I do worry about because eventually we're gonna have to get where we think we can get. We're gonna have to beat a team coached by Andy Reid or a team coached by Mike Tomlin. And I don't know. I'm not confident in Saleh to do that at this point. And I don't know if it's Saleh. You want to point the finger at the head coach, and that's where I'm at with it.
I get. Well, look, I mean, he's not going to. EJ, good call, man. You make a lot of fair points. He's not going to get the benefit of the doubt until he wins consistently. But a win like today is like a good sign. And tough road environment early in the year, weather's hot out there. Like it's early in the season. So, to me, way more positives than negatives. Like you won the game. Now, it's hard to win, man. Like the Jets with Zach Wilson almost beat the Chiefs last year. Remember that? Like it's a weird thing football is, man. Like any given Sunday is an expression we all say it, but it's really true. Like look what happened today. Ladies and gentlemen, AbLab Studios in the house with a 50 burger. Thank you, AbLab. This super chat reminds me of what I need to see the Patriots do, or the Jets do to the Patriots, I should say, on Thursday. Oh, my God. All love, AbLab. Appreciate you. Jake, we stood up today when it counted. Hopefully our D-line could step up and fill in the blanks. Good to see you, my man. AbLab, you are the man, my friend. Appreciate your support. Really means a lot what you do for the Jet content creators. Really appreciate that. Look, at the end of the day, it is week 2. Players made plays. They got off the field and made the plays at the end. Right? Rodgers, with the ball, 8 minutes to go, led a 7-play drive where he made 2 of the best throws a Jet quarterback has made since when? Right? The throw to Garrett Wilson and then the throw to Mike Williams were phenomenal. 2nd and 16. When was the last time the Jets converted a first down on a 2nd and 16? That's what happened on that Mike Williams play. It's different this year, man. Believe. You got the quarterback. He's going to get better. Aaron never had top 5 defenses when he was winning MVPs. Never even had top 10 defense when he was winning MVPs. He'll adapt his game to how the Jets need to play. Will Levis turned the ball over twice today. Aaron Rodgers didn't turn it over once. That's how you win. Sometimes you win in the NFL by not losing. Let the other team lose. This is a really good team. Defense made plays today. Special teams. Herb Charles, shout out to him. He was massive. Morstead was great. Zerline hit his kicks. To AbLab's point, though, the D-line does need to step up, and they absolutely need to get the Reddick situation solved. And look, if it's not solved this week, you know what it tells me? It's a Woody Johnson thing, because I don't think Joe Douglas, who's clearly he's GMing for his job, right? His job's on the line if they don't win. If they can't get a deal done with Reddick, can't figure this out, that tells me it's Woody not wanting to write a check, not Joe Douglas. Like, Joe Douglas needs to win this year. He's really going to try and make the team worse now by not having a deal done with Hassan Reddick, a player he acquired. So, tough. Ablab, thank you again for the super chat, man. Very nice of you. More calls before we start to wind down. This guy called the radio show tonight on ESPN New York, and he's back for the postgame show on YouTube. Ken from San Diego. What's up, Ken? Thanks for waiting.
How's it going, Jake? Yeah, I love listening to the radio. Boy, quite an eclectic show today. The radio is a little bit different than the YouTube show, just for those who don't know.
But let me tell you, when I heard your voice and then I heard Charles Gorman's voice, I felt right at home. It was tremendous.
A couple of things. I had an opportunity to watch the game film again. You know what? I think people have the tape on our defense. I mean, we have a great defense, or we had a great defense, and we have to now make the adjustment. I mean, people know the defense that we play. It's vulnerable to certain types of plays, the outside run, the tight end screen, and it's things that we need to fix. So, I mean, that's something that hopefully Saleh will make adjustment with. I mean, I know a lot of people are down on our coaching, but, you know, Irv Charles had a great game today. And there are a lot of players who just come out of nowhere from our team and play really well. And that's a part of coaching as well. It's not only purely X and O's. I mean, we do get our guys ready to play. So I'm a little positive about that. Lastly, I think the offense is going to really open up. I saw 5 or 6 darts today thrown by Rodgers that I haven't seen thrown by a Jet quarterback. I'm almost 60 since Joe Namath. I mean, he threw some great balls today. And, you know, pass protection was pretty darn good. They got us with some games. But as our tight ends and as Mike Williams gets a little bit better, I mean, realize Aaron Rodgers hasn't played in a long time. And he hasn't played with these players in a long time. And it's the NFL. Anyone could win. That's a good defense. I'll take the win. But I think we're going to see a much, much, much better offense as the year goes on. I just see it.
I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns today. Like, they did that twice all last year. They've already done it now 2 times in 2 games. Like, I'm with you, Ken. Watching Rodgers on that game-winning drive, I mean, that's unbelievable quarterbacking. And the Jets just have not had that. And they lose this game. I mean, you've been a Jet fan forever. I mean, how many times have we seen the Jets lose this exact same game?
We've seen a lot. And the other thing is, last year when we scored 3 touchdowns, sometimes we were losing by 30, you know, and they were gimme touchdowns. This was a real touchdown. He went down to win the game, and we won the game. I mean, you could say anything else you want. There's some silly penalties. There were some silly plays. But in the end, we didn't make any mistakes, and we won the game. And you know what? I'm hoping that we see more of it this year.
Amen. Ken, great call. Thank you for calling radio and YouTube. You're the best.
Of course. Take care. I have to keep the streak going.
Love it. Ken from San Diego, one of the greats. M. King says the 2nd and 16 throw was only possible because Saleh called timeout to save 2nd and 21. Give Saleh some credit. Yeah, and I mean, the timeout they called when Rodgers admitted he screwed up the play clock right before the Brees touchdown. I mean, like, you know, it takes a team, man. Like, Aaron Rodgers has been good so far. He's still got a chance to be great, but you're winning as he's getting his feet back under him. He's still so much better than anything this franchise has had in forever. I love this man. He gives you a chance every game. Like, I don't think people realize, like, we're trying to nitpick all the minor shit. Hey, people, Aaron Rodgers led a game-winning drive as the Jet quarterback today. We waited 2 years to watch it. Don't forget it. Don't forget that, all right? You got a Hall of Famer who led a game-winning drive today wearing a Jet uniform at the quarterback spot. That has not happened. Since when? I mean, they won, man. Great tweet from Brees Hall. Gator sent me this. Shout out to Gator. The best feeling is winning, knowing how much room for growth you have. Job's never done. We haven't tapped into our potential yet. Going to be a fun season. Just don't hop off the train and try to hop back on. All in or all out. Hashtag Jets win. Unreal. All right, let's try and get through our final 6 calls here. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan King is on the line. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
What's up, Ryan?
Same stuff, different day. So
I love your hat. I do got to say that.
I was gonna say thank you for the hat. This thing is amazing, great quality, definitely worth it, and I appreciate you sending it to me. So, but what I wanted to say was, if you remember back in the 2022 season, the first game, it was Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jaguars absolutely wiped the floor with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, and just look what happened. Every game throughout the season, he's going to get better. Okay. And especially, he didn't play last year and he didn't play during the preseason. He's going to get better. Now, as far as the defense goes, I wanted to ask you a question. I asked Boy Green as well, and he was kind of on the fence about this.
Was this before or after he made sweet and passionate love to his fiance?
It was probably after. It was 2 hours after the game.
Okay, there you go.
So, but my question is, would you give in to Hassan Reddick and do whatever you can to get him in the building, and send a message, hey, we're willing to cave, or would you be willing to just let him do what he does, make a trade for someone like Clowney or JFM, pay a little bit more in trade compensation, but stand your ground? Because to me, and I don't know if you agree with this, but Hassan Reddick is not as good in the run defense as he is in the pass defense, getting sacks. But I mean, someone like Clowney who's better in the run, or JFM who's a better run stuffer, that kind of sends a message to not only Hassan Reddick, the rest of the team, and whoever else is going to, this is not the same old Jets to where, oh, go to the Jets if you want to go get paid. Screw the Jets if you want to get paid. Go there if you want to make your money, and they'll give in. This is not the same old Jets. This is, it's a new regime. Obviously, it's a few years old, but the outlook on the NFL is not what it used to be as far as the New York Jets. And I wanted to know your take.
Well, I don't know if any of those guys are available this early in the year for a trade. My hope is they could get Hassan Reddick, who's had 11 or more sacks 4 years in a row, in the building, signed, and figure it out, because that is your best way to try and replace the production you're now in desperate need of after losing Jermaine Johnson for the season.
I got you.
I don't think Denver's giving you JFM back for nothing yet. I don't think the Panthers, as bad as they have played at 0-2, are jettisoning Clowney at this point. I don't think you're going to do that.
Well, correct. But I mean, those are the only two teams that would be, if any team would be willing to give up a defensive lineman for a trade, those would be the two, I would think.
Yeah, it probably would take a couple more weeks, though. I don't think any team is punting on their year 2 games in.
Gotcha. I appreciate it, Jake.
Ryan, I appreciate you. Great hat. Great call. More calls right now. We say hello to Flight Boss, who's on the line. Hello, Flight Boss.
Gotcha. I appreciate it, Jake.
Flight Boss.
I appreciate you. Great hat. Great call. More calls right now. We say hello
watching
to
the show on delay. My favorite.
Awesome.
Hello, Jake. How you doing, bro? Right on cue. First of all, I want to say, I want to give Robert credit. Robert Saleh, I want to give him some credit. I think he coached a good game today. And, to see some improvement on the adjustments that they made. I think I saw creativity on the offensive side of the ball today. But I like the way Saleh got involved with the clock management and was able to call some timeouts, to kind of keep some drives alive, and I think that's an improvement from, what he was and what he's been in the past. It's almost like this guy reached out to Bill Belichick, and got some advice from the old nemesis,
Yeah, I mean, I thought some of the timeouts were well used, Flight Boss.
I hate the fact that we lost Jermaine Johnson. It just puts pressure on the team to have to sign Hassan Reddick kind of like immediately. We need to immediately get him in the house. So And you know, why is Brandon Eccles always throwing up, man? What's going on with this kid, man? I mean, was he that excited? But anyway, you know, why is Brandon Eccles always throwing up, man? Enjoying the show and everything.
Flight Boss, I appreciate you, man. I mean, they won. Defense allowed 7 points in the second half. Coach is a defensive expert. I think he deserves some credit. That was an interesting call because he has his headset on, but he's speaking through the mic. And then it was very delayed. But I enjoyed it. I really did. Ladies and gentlemen, I think everyone's about to enjoy this one. He was right with his prediction that the season was not over after Monday night. He was right with his prediction that the New York Jets would go into Nashville and they would win the football game today. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to the Lane Train.
Hi, how are you? Bruce Hall. That's good. Hi, Jake.
Hey,
how
Lane.
are you?
I'm better now that you called in, bud.
Yeah, I know. I called into the other show. What's his name? The guy with the beard?
Boy Green?
Yeah. So I was talking to him.
Did you congratulate him on the sweet and passionate love that he made?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know. Yeah, so I just want to say, what a nice
gonna
Jets
lose
win.
my gosh darn bananas.
That was who it was I was talking to. What a great Jets win. I saw some of the plays. Some guys got injured though. I mean, the game itself did not. I got tongue twisted. Did not start out good, but they came back and that punt, and it went right like through. Yeah, I mean, like the last time we were talking, it went like in and out, like it went like cross-sided. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So now, like anyway, like the Giants are horrible. They lost 2 and now they're 2-0. I mean, 0-2 rather.
That's right. That's
I
right. They
can't
don't have a
even
win
speak
yet.
right now. I can't even speak right now, but for some reason, but they're 0-2. So
that's right.
It is seasons like. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I just want to say that. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers had a good game. Jermaine Jackson, he played well.
Mm.
And
Any relation to Jermaine Johnson?
Yeah, Jermaine. So, how do you feel about Jermaine Johnson? Also,
I'm very sad he got hurt. Now, I do think Jermaine Jackson might step up and fill his role, but it's going to be a big loss.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know how long he's going to be out for.
This season.
Yeah, I mean, and Bryce Hoff should have stayed with the Jets, but he was traded.
How about Bruce Hall scoring a touchdown today, though, Lane? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. And I'm talking to Jake Edmund. I'm really happy about week 3 coming up. I mean, I think that they're going to win. I mean, it's going to be. I mean, do you start Aaron Rodgers? I don't know.
I would start Aaron Rodgers on Thursday, yeah.
I mean, they got it. Well, I would, but they're playing Bill Belichick's team.
Well, he's not there anymore, though.
Yeah, I know. It's a new coach, but
even if he was there, I would start Aaron Rodgers, and I would hope that Aaron Rodgers would rip Bill Belichick's throat out. Personally.
Yeah, rip his throat out. Just rip it out so he can't talk.
Like infect so much pain. We'll be talking about it for centuries to come. That's personally what I would do.
Anyway, who went to the bar today for the T Square?
Oh, we had a bunch of people there, including. What do you think of this? What do you think of this one from Neil?
He was really happy. He was like putting his arms up.
He was.
Who else went? Did Sarah go, or was he busy?
She's in Australia.
Carly is nice.
Carly was there. Yeah, here's a picture of us. She made me cookies, Lane. I think you would have liked them. Now I got quite the surprise for you, though. You ready for this, Lane?
Yeah.
All right.
What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Australia is
can I see
the
Sarah?
great Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
I just wanted to get a message to Craig. Everything's
Craig?
okay. Just a small fire, but everything is
Oh.
okay.
Are you putting shrimp on the barbie? Shrimp on the barbie.
We say prawns.
He's putting shrimp on the barbie? That's how the fire started? My accent.
That's it.
England. England. All right, yeah, but anyway, did you see the game today, sir?
Oh, Sarah.
I tried to stay awake, but I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah, I watched it. I watched parts of it.
Craig just said what?
Nice hat, Jake. Nice.
Craig, we're all sorted.
Oh wait, Jake,
Yes, Lane?
so you're wearing the 20 hat. It looks nice.
I am.
Sorry.
Wait, where do you get those from? Is that what Aaron Rodgers was wearing?
It is. HugaHouse.com, Lane. Use my promo
Seven
code.
house. Yeah. It's not
Yep.
probably having one. Oh, it
Get the
looks
same
not.
one.
That's a nice one.
There it is.
So we should have Bobby on the show also. Let's have Bobby Midnight on the show also.
You call him Robbie Midnight?
Yeah, Bobby
I've never
Midnight.
even
Let's add him on the show.
All right, if he calls in, I'll let you know. Lane, thank you for the time.
Yeah, and just to tell you, my black chair is over there, so I should be sitting in it. You can have me fall over on it also.
Wait a second. You have a black chair, Lane?
Yeah, it's over there. I'm gonna go sit in it now.
Sarah, we'll come right back to you. This is big news here. Lane, I'm
I'm
going to need you to
sitting-
sit in that black chair immediately, and let's compare your chair versus the Bobby Midnight Orange chair.
Hi, I'm drink. Whoa! You're gonna have a picture of me like falling over on it.
Give us a reenactment. Fall over on it.
My name is Whoa!
Lane, did you have any cocktails today? You sound like you're a little buzzed.
No, I had my coffee like always. I like my coffee. Talking about coffee, I actually went to Starbucks yesterday.
Lane, should we put your head on a coffee mug like we did for Bobby?
Yeah, Starbucks coffee yesterday I had was like pretty good actually.
Really?
I had iced coffees,
I see.
like with some almond milk. Yeah, you could put my head on a coffee mug.
All right. We'll
That's
work on that
interesting.
for you, okay?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for taking my call.
My
Bye.
pleasure,
Have
Lane.
a nice night,
Bye, Lane.
Jake.
Love you, Lane.
Hi. Sorry, everybody. See you next call when we talk about sports again.
All right. Lane Train coffee mugs. They're coming soon. Let's check in with our merch director and get those in the store. We get cookies with my head on them. Can we get Lane's mug up in the store? JakeAsman.com. That call had a lot. All right. That was quite the call. I will rewatch that and look back on it very fondly. All right. I got a couple super chats. I've talked too much today. All right. I have no voice. We're doing this again on Thursday. Short week. I'm gonna curse right now. So if there's children around, cover their ears. Fuck the Patriots. We're winning on Thursday. I need this win more than I need air. All right. There's not a franchise I despise more than the Patriots. I want blood on Thursday. I will see you all at L5. Let's go. Rick says solid win today. They will get better. Special teams, defensive turnovers, and offense mixing it up was great to see. Yeah, to me, there's way more positives than anything else they won. Have you seen the Niners lost today? The Cowboys lost today. The Ravens lost today. The Bengals lost today. It's hard to win in the NFL, man. You won a gritty game on the road. You don't apologize. There's things to get better at, and they will get better. But no game's going to be perfect. Like, even when the Jets were winning in 2010, I think people forget, like, they had to win some ugly games in that 9-2 start. They were the cardiac Jets. You know? You got to win ugly. You got to win late. You got to get mean. You got to get angry. A little dodgeball reference. How about that? Ray says, good win. Salah still struggling with the challenge flag. Sauce made contact with Ridley on the one. We failed the challenge. Brees first down one. So the Ridley touchdown, that's not on Salah. That is reviewed by the NFL. That's in the booth. Now, they should have challenged last week, but I'm not blaming Salah for the Ridley touchdown. That's on the NFL. You can't challenge a touchdown. It's automatically reviewed. It should have been ruled at the 1. I don't know if it would have mattered, though, but thankfully it didn't cost him. Storyline, Rodgers totally gatekept Zach last season to that new offense. Not once that year did they do that whole team head tap. This, folks, it took 2 hours and 30 minutes, but we have found the dumbest comment of the day from Storylyn, and I'm glad you paid me $5 for it because at least I'm going to make some money out of it. The head tap thing that Aaron Rodgers does is because he's one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks to ever throw a football. He calls his own plays. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady did the same shit. This can't be a real goddamn super chat, can it? I have no patience left. This is beyond stupid, Storyline. And I like you. You're a good guy. I met you in person. You might be a good man, a good father, a good husband, a good son. But you can't actually believe that the Jets were gatekeeping this new offense from Zach. Zach could not run the offense because he sucks at football. Aaron Rodgers is one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks to ever live. So, yes, the offense is going to look different with him than it did with one of the biggest NFL busts in the history of the sport. I thank you for watching. I thank you for your money. But we will see you tomorrow night. Goodbye.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Not once did they do that head tap thing. You mean when Aaron Rodgers is the king of audibling out of plays, checks the play at the line? God, that is so stupid. Thank you for the $5. I need it. All right. That is a Subway ride right there. That's a part of a Chipotle order right there. I need it after that stupidity. You mean this tap on the helmet thing that Aaron Rodgers did to win the game?
This is why you acquire Aaron Rodgers. You're not just acquiring his body, you're acquiring his mind. Identify this, down safety. They're going to run away from the down safety. Watch Aaron Rodgers change the play call. He's going to alert. Touches his helmet. Everybody touches the helmet. Re-identify Mike. Running away from the down safety. Got to have it. 17-17, 4:30 left. Aaron Rodgers changes the play call. Stretch away. Braylon Allen. Tutty. You don't just pay for Rodgers' arm. You pay for his mind.
If Zach Wilson was the quarterback there, well, forget it. They would have lost by 30 already. It wouldn't have mattered. Good God. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some breaking news at the buzzer here. In honor of the lane train, I believe we might have the mug already up in the store. I have received a text from our merch store director that the lane mug is up in the store. So let's find out if this is oh my God, it's up. Ladies and gentlemen, in the store right now is the Lane Train coffee mug, which you could get 15% off by using promo code JETSWIN in honor of the Jets win. Now, that is customer service on this show. Shout out to Carly. Look at this. Folks, jakeasman.com. Get there right now. Honor the Lane Train. Look at this guy. Lanker man himself. Amazing. This is too good. jakeasman.com. All the merch is 15% off if you use promo code JETSWIN. It's just for 24 hours to take advantage. This is too funny. Life in the fast lane, baby. Lane Train. Let's go. All right, we got time for one more call here. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dre Day will wrap us up tonight. Dre Day, what do you got for us?
What's going on, brother? I'm just going to make it quick because, hell of a night tonight. Great win. All I want to do is just say pray for the players. Everybody have a good night. Patriots, in the words of Dre, they're going to die. Jets, Jets, baby. Let's go.
Dre Day, I thank you, my man. Great call. Appreciate it. Short and sweet. Exactly how we're all feeling. Lane Mug is live. Oh, my God. That was phenomenal. Fun show, man. Thank you to everyone who listened on radio. Thank you to the people who tuned in for 2.5 hours of this. We're right back at it tomorrow. It's a short week. We got Joe B on tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Oh, my God. I can't wait. I will see you all on Thursday, man. L5. Be there by 6:30 if you want to watch the Jersey burn. It is going to be a wild night, man. I want blood. F the Patriots. It is officially Patriot Week. They need to win on Thursday. There's no other acceptable outcome but a Jet victory at Jet Life on Thursday. That's it. All right? Win today. We win Thursday. We get 10 days to get ready for Denver. Joe Douglas, all right, here's what I need you to do. All right? Pick up the money phone. Call Reddick. Work it out. Let's go. All right? Get a deal done because you now need them. All right? Figure it out. Thank you all to everyone who tuned in. I want to thank everyone again at T-Squared today. It was such an awesome time. We will have more watch parties. I can confirm the Steelers game on 10/20 and the Patriots game on 10/27 will be T-Squared social watch parties for the Asmaniacs. So stay tuned on more info for that when we get closer. Great win by the Jets today. Awesome to share the moment with so many of you in person. Dre says, you missed my other super chat. Dre, I don't even see your super chat. Let me find it. Here we go. Dre at the buzzer. Great win today. Prayers up for Jermaine. Proud of our boys, and I'm concerned with the fans nitpicking instead of celebrating the win. Amen. Thank you, Dre. Sorry I missed the super chat. I don't know if I read this. Let me make sure I read it. Definitely like how Quincy stepped up after Mosley. Love how Mosley's been Quincy's mentor. Yeah, and I think Sherwood played really well today, and I think Mosley getting him prepped for that role has a lot to do with it. I really believe that. Veterans Fitness, not going to lie, I enjoyed watching the Niners lose. I don't even remember if I read this or not, but I want to make sure I cover all the bases. I enjoyed it too. Just shows you it's a week-to-week league, right? Niners have the same record as the Jets. It's a long season, folks. No team's going undefeated. Hasn't happened in 50 years. Tyler says, just take Mosley off on third if he remains suspect and pass, only if he continues to show he's lost a step. Need more of a sample size. Look, I think Sherwood should play more in passing situations because he can cover. So I agree with that. But let's not act like CJ Mosley is all of a sudden a bad player. He's still a damn good player. Sneakers to Boots. Jake, you're a legend for the content output today after hosting. Job well done. Sneakers, thanks for watching. Great to meet you in person, Miley man. You told me your real name, but you're always going to be Sneakers to Boots to me. Anyway. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thanks to everyone again who came out to T-Squared. I end tonight's show by saying, 1, go Jets. 2, F the Patriots. And 3, shout out to all the Asmaniacs for making this channel the best channel in all of sports. Please like the video on your way out of here. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Big thank you to our post-game sponsors once again. Custom Bourbon Tours for coming through. Thanks to Liam for calling in as well. And, of course, Joe DeVizio and his team. If you're selling your home, you got to call Joe and his team once again. Sellwithjoe.com. Thank you all for watching. Join the Patreon. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Jets win. Neil, give us a shuffle on the way out. I will see all of you at L5 on Thursday. JETS. Jets, Jets, Jets. F the Patriots. Let's go.
The Dolphins are done. Their season is over. Tua, another concussion. You know why? You need an offensive line, you moron! And then there's Mike McDaniel. He has no balls. He has no brains. He is an overrated piece of shit. He was coach of the league. This team is pathetic, putrid, heartless, gutless, ballless, everything else.
Look, guys, I don't know how else to say this, Fact of the matter is, the team has almost no chance to win this week unless you click on the like button. Also, be sure you're subscribed to the Jake Asman Show. Let's do this. Go Jets.
Here it is. Little Victor Cruz dance. Oh, Victor. Woo. I'm doing a little salsa, baby. Yeah.